help everybody out here.
I appreciate it. I know Jace is going to be happy to see you. He was in the chat adamantly telling me I needed to make this happen right away.
Troll. Hey, now.
So, we'll wait for Vince. Once Vince gets here, we'll run shit.
Okay, there we go.
You shouldn't be too far behind. I got the tweet ready. I got it ready.
Okay.
It's always good to have. It's always good to have it ready. That's what I learned. I always try to have everything on my drafts before I go live, because then all I got to do is press send.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
It took me a while to learn that, because I was trying to post it while I was going live. I'm like, I can't do this.
Yep.
I do have a habit of making it right before we go live and tagging everyone in it and doing all that shit.
He's here.
What's up, Jadis? Jadis, I feel like I've been hanging out with you all day, bro. I was live at 1-6. I feel like I've seen you all. I spend more time with Jadis, I think, than my own family.
That's understandable. It happens.
It'd be like that, right?
It do be like that sometimes.
We got the WizBot. Is it the WiseBot?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's just something with Twitch.
Oh, interesting.
Some bot that's on there. We had one that was really fucking annoying and used to like yell at people for talking in all caps and shit. And we shut that shit off. We're like, let them say whatever the fuck they want.
They got nothing else. They got nothing else to do. I swear, people got nothing else to do but just try to figure out different things. It's like, go do something else.
Yeah, we don't want anyone in the chat getting yelled at. If anyone's in the chat's getting yelled at, it's gonna be by me. So
I'm in here.
Yeah.
There you go. Sometimes you gotta put them in their place. They think they can just get away with it. It's like, nah, just don't come to my show.
And all I ask is that you guys are respectful to Katie. You say whatever the fuck you want about me or Will or any of the guests if you know them. If you don't know them, I will yell at you. Yeah, again with the younger Ryback, younger, better looking Ryback. Thank you very much.
So bad,
just be respectful to Katie. That's all I ask.
That's also all I ask. And if you're not, I will end you.
She's gonna poke you with the toothpick.
Exactly.
That's why she's got it there. It's her secret weapon.
No, I just need something. I got ADD. I need something to play with while I'm doing the show. It can't be my clicking of a pen. So it's this today. Shut up, Matt.
I didn't say anything.
Shut up.
He said he didn't.
But yeah, so we did Smackin It Raw Saturday. We did Getting Off Sunday. I did Creation Conversation Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, I hopped on off the top with Shadow for a little bit. Thursday, I did Boss Bitch trivia with Allison and Will over at Botch Spots. Yesterday morning, I did Apron Bump. A little pay-per-view somebody maybe have heard of, King of the Ring 1996. Nothing special. Nothing
special. Just that pay-per-view.
Yeah. And then tonight is this, and then tomorrow morning we're going to record our Patreon show, Return to Wrestling. And then Monday I Creation Conversation, then I finally get a fucking day off. And it's all on me. Like, I could have just said no and not shown up and taken time off, but I didn't.
Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black?
Yeah, well.
I mean...
Hey, Tino, just know that Will is want to be... Listen, Jadis, Will be in the chat, and I'm sure he will be ready for you.
He said I want to be MJ.
Jadis
already got all their Jadis. Why are you fighting?
My guess is Will has been drinking or smoking because he seemed feisty in the chat already. So...
Jadis. It's past Jadis' bedtime. Jadis don't stay up this late, so Jadis might be like, I don't know.
Oh, he was up this late last weekend.
Oh, was he? Oh, see, yeah. I'm in bed already by now. I'm the kid that I'm going to bed at like 11:30, 12. I usually sit up until 1 or 2, but I try to go to bed at 11 or 12.
I don't know what that means. That's crazy.
I know.
Delicious.
Yes, sir.
I should have brought the whole bottle up with me.
Let's see. Because depending on how far he's out, we can get started, and then maybe he'll hop in by the time we get to Spits or Swallows.
I really need to stop writing in this pen color because I can't fucking see my notes.
What color?
Days.
White? You're writing in a white pen?
It's actually blue, but it comes out like gray. but like I have to see it at like a certain angle. It's fine when my other lights are on, but I always make this fucking mistake.
Always. It's okay.
I never fucking said I was smart.
Listen, if you're broke from all those pay-per-views and vacations and shit, I can get you a ballpoint pen. I
have nice pens. They're colorful. I take my notes with them.
If they start charging us for these WWE pay-per-views because of the Endeavor nonsense, I ain't paying $69.99 for payback. That's for sure.
Listen,
I agree.
I paid $200 for payback when I was there.
You know what I mean? Literally, I was live for 2 hours for 2K, and then I just finished the 3 hours for Madden. I didn't realize I went that long for Madden. I was trying not to, but
the fuck did you remove me for, Vince?
Vince said. He said.
The audacity?
Vince. What the heck, Vince? It's all your fault.
Also,
hold on one sec. No, yes, it is.
Pull me out for a private chat? That's not how that works.
No, I don't have to pull you out of anywhere. I just kind of like do the whole Scorpion get over here thing and accomplish it. No, I was just trying to like add myself back into it, and I accidentally hit on yours or some fucking.
You're always accidentally hitting on me.
Accidentally.
Yeah. I was trying to get the tank top thing, but I bought a tank top and it just didn't fit the way I wanted it to. So we're not gonna wear it.
Listen, Vince, it's okay because I'm a Greek god, and next to me in a tank top, you'd look like you should be selling fries or whatever the fuck Austin Theory said to Pat McAfee.
He said selling fries. That was great. I had to go back and watch that today while I was in my car while I was driving because I couldn't hear it while I was live last night. And that whole I think that was probably the best SmackDown I think I watched in like way too long.
Katie, Jadis has a question for you.
Jadis and his questions.
Last week.
What's his question? Oh God. Well, you guys got beef? We got beef?
No, it's fine, but if he makes another comment, I'll kick him myself.
Here you go. I give you full permission.
I got permission from Gino.
I feel like that was kind of an apology without the I apologize for last week part.
See, that's what Jadis does. He said he kind of apologizes just in his own way.
I just don't take shit from people anymore. I'm over it.
You're not allowed to ask Katie or make innuendos about Katie spitting or swallowing unless you know Katie.
Yeah, exactly.
Learn from past discretions of other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
That have not been back on the show for getting out of pocket for no reason.
No, because they're scumbags
People
and
just get a little
horrible
too
human
familiar
beings.
sometimes. But Vince, if you're settled in,
Yeah.
and Tino, you're settled in.
I'm ready.
Katie, I know you're settled in. Let's run that intro.
All right. I might have to dip randomly for a couple minutes in the middle of the show, but I'll be back.
Why don't you just text me and I can run the ads then? Would that help?
What do you mean?
You text me and say I have to dip. I can then run the ads and then you can just go do what you got to do and come back. Well, the ads are playing.
Yeah, we'll do that.
No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smackin It Raw Podcast. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ritter. Vince, could you pull that thing up so we're not like in frame? Like that?
I thought Katie was doing that.
Banners, please.
Yes, sir.
While I do the intros. There we go. Beautiful. I am here with my co-host this evening. She is the host of the She Lead Showcase, Inside the Mind of, In the Crowd, and Storytime with Miss Katie Kinzy Bay.
Hello.
And didn't you get a new nickname today, Katie?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Hold on a second. Let me check my notes.
This is
Let's scroll
Jalen's
up.
fault.
If I scroll up in the notes and
No.
Goddess of the Gangland? Is that what I read?
Not true. You guys can't be saying this shit.
I haven't said anything, Katie. So that don't put that evil on me.
I'm just sitting here.
Making his return after a brief hiatus because, you know, he does that. You weren't here last week.
It's 1 week.
Hiatus.
He's pulling a fucking Roman Reigns.
1 week every other week. It is what it is.
He's
He
pulling
is.
Roman Reigns.
The Sultan of Spitter Swallow, Daddy Delgado, my friend Vince.
Viva Mexico.
Hey, I love the LWO gear, bro. I love
Thanks,
it all.
man. Thanks, man. Had to rep it today.
All
Had
of
to
it.
rep it today.
I got them Lost Mysterios, even though it's
I
no
saw
older
it,
than-
man.
Hey,
I saw it.
You know,
Dope
Kinda.
shirt.
works out there a little.
Making his Pornhub debut, fellow Chicagoan and host of Tino's Time podcast. It's Tino. How you doing, man?
Hey, thank you so much for having me. Wait, we're live on Pornhub too? Troll?
No, we're not live on Pornhub. This will be posted on Pornhub afterwards. We're only live on
Oh.
Twitch,
Troll? Hey, well,
and YouTube.
I guess I'm making my Pornhub debut. I didn't think
That is
it'd be
correct.
like this, but here we are. Thanks
That's
for having
so
me. I
exciting.
appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Taekwon wants to be my cinnamon roll. You got to clear that with your boy Will first. He's gonna get jealous if he sees that. So talk to him and let him know, and then we'll keep going.
Jadis. Listen, Jadis. Oh, what's up, Tim? How we doing, Tim?
Well, thanks, Tim. We decided Katie and I were gonna rock the black tank tops in honor of SmackDown and everything we saw there. Vince was too, and then he was afraid he was gonna look like a fry cook, so he decided not to. He didn't want to be the Pat McAfee to my Rock and Katie's Austin Theory, I guess.
Well, I mean, Pat McAfee didn't wear it as well as those two gentlemen, so I guess that'd be apropos.
Unless you want to be the Rock, Katie. You want to be the Rock?
Fuck yeah. I wanna be there.
Okay, Katie's Rock and my Austin Theory. There we go.
There you go.
Well, Rock does have
it's all
tattoos. Katie doesn't.
I asked Tino. I gave Tino a heads up. I was like, "Hey, this is what we're doing. If you want to come out with the tank tops,
Listen,
that's all
I got
for
no
you."
tank tops. Listen, all I got is like wrestling shirts and like sports jerseys. And right now, they're lucky I'm still wearing this hat because I want to burn it because the way the Chicago teams play, I don't even know. I like the Bears. I got no hope for tomorrow. I'm just praying for the best. So yeah.
Why Vince trying to be like, oh, The Rock has tattoos and Katie doesn't? Like, I don't have visible ones. Rude, disrespectful.
I forget you have tattoos.
I have 6.
Will.
Jill.
It said MJK, Will, Jill. Anyway, Will will not be joining. He's not actually a host on the show. He's a guest. He has his own show, and he's out celebrating Allison, his co-host and partner's birthday tonight. So I think he's going to be here.
Is he
in the
talking
chat.
about Will Gray?
Yes, he's talking about Will Gray. Yes. 100%.
I didn't know that's who he was talking about because I've had Will on my show like 3 or 4 times. So it's
Want to be MJF, and that's what Will said. He's like, I've been on Tino's show.
Yeah.
He did
It's
say
so
that.
funny. I mean, honestly, when I first saw it, I kind of like, I was like, we got MJF on the show. It's like, hey now, what's up?
It's like we have MJF at home. It's Will.
That's better.
That should be a meme. Somebody needs to make that.
Somebody
Anybody know how
can
to
make
make memes? I don't. So
Taekwon wants to be glazed so he can rub the residue and have his dog lick it off. We have plenty of stuff from dog.com for you later to help you out with that, Taekwon, as you know, as you're familiar with promo codes and all that for your dog. I don't think you need to worry about residue. We can get you some real dog food. It's all good. While we are here, though, let's talk some things. First of all, if you guys are joining us on twitch.tv/creationworld, I want to thank you for joining us over here. And if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you have Prime Gaming. You can link your Prime Gaming account to your Amazon account and or your Twitch account and get a free sub every month. Costs you absolutely nothing because you already have Amazon Prime. You can give to your favorite Twitch streamer, whether it is us over here, Will over at Rivet City Radio. Do you know where you on Twitch streaming?
Yes, sir.
Really? And
yes,
you could probably use an extra sub or two, right?
Always need it. Hey, those extra 2 subs always come in clutch. You never know.
So if you have that free sub, you can throw it to your favorite content creator, whoever it is. We would all appreciate the support. You guys can also check us out at youtube.com/creationworld, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
Boost the algorithm and helps find new listeners.
Did you guys?
Vince, what does that do?
I think it's supposed to help with the popularity of the show. I think it helps build the friendship level between subscribers and the channel or something like that.
Something like that.
So apparently I heard something. I found out something. I was actually going to share it with you guys on Monday after this week, because Monday I try to actually the time when I don't have to do anything till Raw. Did you guys know that if you have as many likes as you do, if somebody searches up hypothetically WWE 2K23, say if my video today got 40 views, it would be more likely to be on a popular and on the higher up of the hashtag WWE 2K23. So the more likes, the higher it's going to be on the popular video list of the hashtag, whatever you guys have on your hashtags.
So what Tino's trying to tell you is fucking like our shit.
Yeah.
Get us out there, get us seen.
We
would appreciate
like
it. You know what else you can hit?
What's the goal? 50 likes today? What do we think? Is that too much to ask?
Yeah.
No, 30. I don't think so. I think I deserve it.
I think so.
We deserve it.
If you haven't yet, hit the like button.
Hit that like button. Also, you can flick that bean up top, as I like to say, the little notification bell. Get notified every time we go live, whether it is Monday through Friday for the Creation Conversation, Saturday nights here for Smackin' It Raw, every other week for Getting Off, or any of the fun content we have planned for you. And I think that's enough plugging for now. Katie, what do you got for news and rumors?
Quite a bit.
Wait, before you go, question: is the riddle stuff on your docket?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk about this for a second, because as everyone knows over here, it's hashtag Ritter over Riddle for good reason. My feelings about Matt Riddle started as a work. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really give a shit about Matt Riddle as far as we have the same name. It was a fun bit to do. And then that chick tagged me on Twitter and threatened to castrate me because she thought I was Matt Riddle. And then when I told her I wasn't, she blocked me. And it kind of added to it. So that was fun. Also, the curse of Riddle being a thing is a not so happy coincidence for all the people that get hurt after teaming with him. But that is what it is. However, that work has become a shoot, because as time has gone on and I have perpetuated these feelings towards Matt Riddle, who I honestly personally am not a fan of the character, but I don't care if you guys are, honestly. I'm not getting mad at anyone out here for liking Matt Riddle or thinking he has good matches. Everyone likes different shit. There's a lot of shit in wrestling I like, people don't like. It's all good. I really am not bothered by it. I like giving people shit on the show because it's my show, but there's no real hate.
It's so entertaining.
However, I am not a fan of Matt Riddle. He was pulled from Raw. He was pulled from live events. Apparently, he may or may not be coming back. We'll see. The Endeavor deal is done. We'll see what happens. Due to post rehab and everything, being intoxicated on a plane, being asked to be removed, and then posting accusations about Port Authority members, and then deleting that post, causing an investigation of alleged harassment by those Port Authority members. We don't want to see anything bad happen to anyone. We don't want to see anyone harassed. He is also someone who has been accused falsely, in his opinion, to be clear, in his opinion, of such things. So whatever the decision may be, it may be. I won't shed a tear if he does not make it back to Raw. Hashtag Ritter over Riddle.
No, I think you might throw a little victory lap. Just kind of like the Young Bucks did when they took a victory lap at the end of Collision when Punk left.
Do that, didn't you?
Yeah, I feel like that's the same kind of victory lap you take if Riddle would be out of WWE. If we're being honest.
I don't know if I do all that, but we might have a party here if that's the case.
You might not publicize it, but it'd be about the same.
All right, Katie, go ahead and get us into news and rumors.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Like you said, TKO, which is WWE and Endeavor and UFC and all that bullshit. It is a thing. They are now merged. Please don't do that. And Jesus, it did not take long for, I think, the one report I did see, it was about 100 employees got laid off already because you are merging two companies and some jobs are in both places. People obviously have to get let go. No talent has yet. More than likely is coming. But one of the names that I saw that got released was Dana Warrior, who I completely forgot was even still with the company.
As an ambassador.
Yeah. But like she was a part of the 100+ give or take that was let go on like Wednesday, Thursday. So fun.
Vince, Tino, any thoughts on the merger and the releases?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, I think 100 people is a lot. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, the first SmackDown that they had was pretty good. So, I mean, let's just hope that continues. So that's what I'm hoping for. But I mean, I did a show on it and I talked about it. I don't think really like too much will like change like realistically. I mean, I think like I said, like before we started recording, like maybe like the pay-per-views possibly actually being like $69.99 or something like that. But I've seen things that said they were going to let UFC take care of their stuff, WWE take care of their stuff. So I mean, it should be very interesting to see what happens with them. But I mean, I don't think it will change like drastically. And if it does, maybe it's for the better. But we just have to wait and see. Because as you said earlier, like about like talking about like stuff like on the show, it's like, again, what are we really going to do? And like, why are we going to get mad when there's nothing we can really control about it? Like,
That's true.
So.
We had Jadis calling you out for thinking LeBron was 47 years old, and April stopped by to say hi.
I thought LeBron was 47. I'm sorry. I thought he was older. I don't know. I'm you know. Hey, what's up, Mom? It's my mom. Hey, Mom.
Hi, Mom. As far as what Katie said with the hundreds of people, like it does suck. It always sucks to see people lose their job. You hate to hear that. However, also with a merger like this and jobs kind of being redundant, coming from two companies into one, it's something that we all kind of knew was coming and expected. So
yeah, and that is true about the Peacock. So even if it were to happen about the pay-per-views, it wouldn't even happen until 2026, and who knows what's going to happen by then. So like that was just some things that I talked about on my show and everything. But I mean, again, we just have to see what's going to happen with it. I mean, you know,
yeah.
I'm just enjoying John Cena and Rock being back on the show, and like, you know, like what we could possibly be having soon. So.
Is that your dad?
No, it's my stepdad. We got my stepdad. What's up, Brian?
The whole family's here.
The whole family.
I love to see the support.
Hey, I was just trying. Yeah, gotta get everybody involved and get everybody in here. You know. So
I get it. You
know, CM Punk and Roman Reigns, I would still not pay $69.99.
I also would not pay $69.99 after that.
No.
That's a no for me, dog.
No.
Let's see. We had Maxine Dupree and Summer Rae walking in New York Fashion Week.
Hey, no.
Love to see it.
Absolutely.
Kelly gave birth to some beautiful twins, a boy and a girl.
My childhood dream. Mom, if you're still in here, my mom knows about Kelly. I loved Kelly.
I mean, didn't we all? I mean, there's there'll be
twins.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering because she said like on a post, she said she was like, I'm having double or something like that, and I was like, are they like twins? I didn't know for sure. So.
Yeah, they did have twins.
What's up,
everyone is healthy for now that she posted about, and I mean, I'm ignoring Justin.
We love Justin from the Get Show podcast,
but
Justin, what you trying to do here, bro? Listen, bro.
It's Justin for you.
Yeah.
Because Matt specifically asked me to put this on.
Oh.
Mandy Rose has now started an OnlyFans that I believe is live on Monday.
We have switched from, well, I don't, not switched. I'm sure her fan time, which is what she's been running her platform on since being released from WWE, is still up and going. She's now just tagging the OnlyFans onto the platform she's already created.
Yeah. And then if anything, some people have done it. They just get rid of the fan time and stick strictly to OnlyFans, which
I guess I'm just gonna.
if you're making your bag, make your bag.
Damn.
Right? See, might have to make that jump.
Mandy Rose. I mean, that might be worth it.
I mean, it's Mandy Rose.
James, don't worry about what I'm doing. James being too nosy over here. Don't worry about what I do, James.
He's something else,
Isn't he? He's funny. He's a funny guy. That's what I just said.
You don't have to look for the link. I'll send it to you. You can come watch this when it goes live. I'll let you know.
Rumble 24, Tampa Bay, Tropicana Field.
Oh.
TC's pissed.
So our boy TC from Young Kings Wrestling lives in Vegas, and he has been campaigning for a major pay-per-view to come to Vegas for a long time.
It's bound to happen. Aren't they? Wait, aren't they going to the Raiders Stadium for Mania?
No.
Nope.
That's next year's Philly.
Yep.
No, after Philly.
I think after Philly they're trying to do fucking like Nashville or something.
Okay. I thought it was at the however you say the stadium. Allegiant. There we go. The Allegiant Stadium. I thought that was 41. Yeah, no, I know Philly. Like, yeah. So, but go ahead.
I don't fucking care. Two other things, and then I'm done. I'm literally just ignoring it because I don't give a shit anymore. Sunny Kiss was released from AEW, and let them go be the star that they can be somewhere else. You're not being utilized in AEW. You weren't on TV. You're basically just being utilized as a
Alicia.
There's a word I'm trying to think of, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. Like, they were only being utilized like during Pride Month, and then only like one match on TV.
Like a mascot or a spokesperson for Pride Month?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. The word is not there, but yes. So they're going to be much happier elsewhere. And they made, a little thing about it. And then the thing that has got people most pissed off, and I just think it's fucking funny at this point, the PWI 500 came out.
Oh my God.
And I don't know who the top 10 are. I do know who the top 3 are. And it's them Shield boys, baby.
Hey.
I just think that's hysterical.
It's so
Rollins is number 1. I think is Roman
Roman's
2
2.
and Mox is 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I looked at the list but didn't look at the list,
Yeah.
I know Cody's in the top 10.
Yeah.
And then his sister went on a whole fucking tirade about it.
Who, Cody's sister did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Teal.
yeah. Teal was all over Twitter just talking
that.
about how the list is fake and it's biased and it's bullshit. Cody's the biggest star in wrestling right now.
But see, like, just like people were talking about, like, LA Knight, like, would be good for, like, next year. So I've watched, like, next year, Cody will probably be in the top 5. But Cody really didn't, like, like, I feel like, like, he returned. We got Will in the house. What's up, Will? I feel like, I feel like next year he'll be in there, but I feel like he didn't really, like, get going. And he lost at Mania. I'm sure that, they take that into consideration. I'm sure, it's like losing the Super Bowl.
So here's the way I look at the PWI 500. They have a criteria, and I don't think a lot of people pay attention to the criteria. They posted it. It's from July to July. It's not just who the best in-ring competitor is. It's championship reigns, title defenses, match performance. There's a lot of things that go into it. Exactly. It's like the power rankings. So there's a lot of shit that goes into it. And everyone's like, oh, well, I think so-and-so's the best wrestler in the world, so they should be number 1. It's like, okay, that's your opinion. Just like the PWI 500 is a committee's opinion that came together and said this. You don't have to listen to Dave Meltzer's star ratings. You don't have to take the PWI 500 for fact. This is what it is. And if you don't agree with it, then, it's not. These are all just people who, like us, like wrestling, and have sat down and put a list together based on certain criteria for what they think makes, the best wrestlers, top 500 wrestlers, best matches, all of this shit.
Yeah.
No reason to get upset about it. No reason to go on a tirade on Twitter about it.
No, just because your fave isn't in the top 10, fucking relax.
And people got nothing else better to do. It's like we could sit here right now and literally do like a top 10, and we would all have different top 10s because we all like different things. We all like we all think that this person, so it's just like, who cares in its opinion? Again, like what it's people. I can't deal with it. It stresses me. That's
oh yeah.
That's what I do after I get off the streams, Will.
Oh, Will does it before streams. He was actually texting me today. I was with my family, and he's asking me about microdosing and all sorts of shit, telling me what he's got going on. So
I gotta hang. Will, we gotta hang out, bro. Like real life, like me and you. Like
we're trying to get him up to Chicago. He was supposed to come up and visit earlier this year, and around April.
So you live in Chicago too?
Right now, I lived in Chicago. I lived in Italy for a while in the city, and now I'm out in Lake Zurich.
Oh, okay.
So.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I've been all around. I grew up in South Holland. I lived in Hoffman Estates. I lived in Elgin. All around.
Gotcha.
I got family in Chicago Heights, all over the place.
Okay, yeah, because that's where I'm kind of over by like Chicago Heights and stuff.
Oh yeah. See, I went to Thornwood High School, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What?
But let's see. Talking about moons, where's Cameron Grimes?
Big facts. I don't know. I miss Cameron Grimes.
If Vince comes back, he had a suggestion for some top 10 shit that we might do that Cameron Grimes might make that list for. We'll let you know when that comes out. Sweaties have no life. I agree, Justin. And Just said let's all link up because he's out in the area too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we were actually talking that. Well, Justin, what show did you come on? I forgot. I've had so many shows. I forget what shows people come on. I forgot what show. I just had him on, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to Survivor Series. Anybody going to Survivor Series? I'll be there all weekend.
I just had to drop $3,000 on garage doors, so that's not happening this year.
Oof. Not garage doors.
I thought you were going to say something exciting. I was like, ooh.
No.
And then you're like, garage doors.
Adulting sucks.
It was, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else, Katie? Raise the over there with your toothpick.
Shut up. Also, Elias was apparently released of his contract too. They just let it expire.
Oh,
really?
No more walking with Elias, guys.
Pittsburgh's own.
He had a lot of potential too. I'm really surprised they didn't really do
Ezekiel.
more with that.
That is so great. That was so funny.
All right. So this is the time in the show. If Tino's stepfather and mom are still here, I apologize to you. If you're new to the show and you don't know what goes on here, we review wrestling in our own special way, in which I ask a very simple question: spit or swallow. If you are asked that question, you get to choose either something you liked from the week in wrestling to talk about on any show that you want. You can go in order: Raw, NXT, Dynamite, SmackDown, Collision, whatever. If you want to talk Impact, whatever you liked, you want to talk about, you got your choice. You swallow what you liked, you spit what you didn't. So, Tino, since it's your first time here,
okay,
spit or swallow in front of your parents.
See, you're just making it weird.
Yeah, that ass. Come on, she's gonna call me tomorrow. And be like, what was I watching at 11:30? She's probably half asleep, up and like, what? I'll swallow, I guess.
What exactly are you swallowing?
Oh, okay. Well, can you repeat what the? I'm sorry, I got it confused.
So you're gonna pick something. If you're swallowing, you're gonna pick something that you liked in the week of wrestling to talk about. So anything that happened from any of the shows that you liked. If there's something that pissed you off or you didn't like, then you're gonna spit. So every time I ask you, you just pick something that either you liked or you didn't like. You say, I'm spitting this or I'm swallowing that.
Okay, I got it. Well, let's just start off with The Rock, starting off Friday Night SmackDown out of nowhere.
That is a big swallow.
I mean, sometimes you got to start off big, right?
So Pat McAfee shows up, welcomes us to SmackDown. Theory comes down, interrupts, looking for a fight. Pat has a surprise because apparently he's too high to fight tonight. He was partaking in some of Colorado's extracurriculars and wasn't in the mood to fight. And the fucking Rock shows up out of nowhere, unannounced, no rumors. Man doesn't have a job right now because Hollywood shut down. He had nothing better to do. He said, "Fuck it, let me show up."
Sure.
And then he gets Denver to call Austin Theory an asshole. He's got half the crowd saying Yoran and the other half saying asshole. and then he switches it up so everyone got the chance to say asshole, and Fox fucked it up and censored everything and ruined all the fun.
Did you guys listen to the explicit one that they put on like Twitter?
I did not.
I saw it.
Yeah, they put it on Twitter. I think I retweeted it. Yeah, it was so great. Like that's just the type of stuff that like we miss, and it just like, you know, it's so crazy like that The Rock like brings like that much. And I even say I'm like, I can't believe like how fast like 25 minutes went by. And it just like that's like what The Rock does. And the only reason why I had an inkling of maybe he would come back is once Pat McAfee came back, him and Pat McAfee, The Rock and Pat McAfee were on Pat McAfee show earlier that day, and I was watching it, and I was like, maybe. And I was like, nah. And then once Pat showed up, I'm like, watch. I'm like, maybe The Rock's here. And then I look up, I'm like, guys, oh my God, The Rock's here. So, beautiful.
It's just like how is Dwayne not going to show up when they dedicate a whole fucking pay-per-view to him, but just shows up on a random SmackDown? The audacity of this man.
I mean, technically, though, the entire concept of SmackDown is dedicated to The Rock. It is The Rock. It is literally The Rock show.
That I understand, and that may be true. However, random as fuck, and not something that they were building a solid month to with that fucking show, and we all expected Dwayne to show up, even just a little peek, and he didn't, and we all were just like, what the hell? The Rock hates us, but doesn't acknowledge the fact that his daughter's in a cult, doesn't acknowledge the bloodline. Dwayne.
I know you got Roman Reigns out here talking crazy. He didn't show up for any of that, but he showed up to put Austin Theory in his place, said, shut your bitch ass up.
That's why I always say never get your expectations too high, because then when stuff happens like that, it's like awesome. Like that's why I always try not to get my expectations too high with pay-per-views or anything, because it's like if it's not going to happen, like if John Cena is not going to return or The Rock or whatever, it's like why are we going to do it? Because then if they do, it's cool. But then if they don't, it's like, you know, we didn't get excited for it, because like when Cena returned at Money in the Bank, nobody had any idea, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, like that was awesome. I felt like I was 12 again.
Mm-hmm. He's a huge Cena fan.
I fucking love John Cena.
And we got The Rock and Cena hugging it out.
Oh my God.
Got to give the people what they want.
I sent my mom a picture. She's like, is that from 10 years ago? I'm like, no, Mom, this is yesterday. I'm like, this was last night. Because that was like when Rock and Cena were like once in a lifetime. That was like, I had WrestleMania parties. I had like people, like it was crazy. So I sent her the picture. She's like, is that from 10? Like, no, it was from last night.
Like, oh, now it's thrice in a lifetime.
Yeah, no, thrice in a lifetime.
We also got people's elbows from The Rock and Pat McAfee on Austin Theory. It was beautiful. And that's what I was telling everyone. I was like, just enjoy this fucking moment. Like, don't overanalyze it. Don't get into they're burying so like, don't do any of that shit. Just enjoy the fact that we fucking got it.
Literally.
We know how the IWC is.
Oh, bro, and they got nothing. Like I said, I keep saying, they got nothing else better to do. They're trying to find something to complain about. It's like go do something else.
Go touch grass.
Literally.
Justin spitting Pat's people's elbow though. The Pat elbow.
He did his best.
He tried.
He was high.
I mean, listen, if I got a chance to do a people's out like again, the fact that Austin Theory is literally also, Austin Theory has been in the ring with all of these legends. The fact that he was sitting at the Royal Rumble in like 2010 as a kid, like 14 years old. I know 14-year-old me would be like jumping up and down. So,
oh hell yeah.
I mean, hey now, he's shit.
He's in the ring with Stone Cold Steve Austin, with The Rock. I'd be losing my shit.
I mean, it would be. I don't even know if I would be able to, especially like I don't know. Craziness.
Katie, spit or swallow?
This is also going to be a big one, I guess. I'm swallowing the women main eventing Raw, NXT, SmackDown, Rampage, and Collision.
Hell of a week.
Did they really?
Let's go, women's wrestling. Fuck yeah. Match wise,
they did. So I didn't even think about that.
If we look at it, the main event of Monday Night Raw, Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Gonzalez in the rematch for the Raw Women's title, and the return of Nia Jax.
Nia.
My whole.
Stop it.
We'll start there. Thoughts on that match and the return of Nia Jax. Katie, I know you're a huge Rhea fan. You were happy to see her retain, but I don't know how you feel about watching Nia Jax smash her afterwards.
First of all, that's my job. Second of all, I wasn't like, I know that they like needed someone to basically be the next Raquel because she beat Raquel. You needed someone, this dominating force, to face Rhea, and I get that. I'm still 100% on Team Liv to be the one to dethrone Rhea. That's just me.
Okay, I'm because I'm curious because you're not the only one I've heard that. Why does everybody think Liv is gonna beat Rhea?
She was the last person to beat Rhea or pin Rhea. Their chemistry, they were in a tag team. The final two in the Royal Rumble.
You're right. I was just curious. I just like I've heard that like you're like the third or fourth person I've heard that from, and I'm like I'm trying to think about it. But you're right there. I mean, it would make sense.
There is a lot of history there. She is the last one to pin Rhea, and despite how her first title run went, Liv has a lot of support from the fans. Like she is over every time she comes out. So she's not a terrible. Jadis is still talking about the tailbone.
We love Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley in this house.
Yes.
My only thing was I saw a lot of people shitting on the fact that Nia Jax came back. I get that she may have a history in the WWE of, some issues and everything like that. I don't think that they would have brought her back unless they thought she was ready to go out there and wrestle these women, unless these women were okay with it. Like there was no reason to bring her back. She's not a big name or anything like that they needed to bring back for, views or anything like that. So I'd like to believe in her time off. She really put in the work, and she's going to be a lot safer out there, and we will see what happens. But they brought her back for a reason. So, and
I mean, she looks really good.
Yeah. See, Nia has been working really hard, and people should give her a chance.
I was just like genuinely shocked. I was like, "Who's attacking Raquel right now?" And I was like, "Oh my god, that's Nia Jax." I was just like, I didn't expect it. There was nothing. That's crazy.
Next up on the women's main event docket, Grand Slam Becky Lynch wins her first ever NXT Women's Championship in the main event of NXT, dethroning Tiffany Stratton.
The only reason why she won is so she can become a Grand Slam. She's losing it soon. That's all I'll say. I mean, I feel like that's all that's happening.
Right, but also, I mean, it's Becky Lynch. It's the man. You wouldn't expect Seth Rollins to go down and have a one-on-one match with Carmelo Hayes, and which he did, and not win. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I know.
You're bringing one of the top stars from your main program down. You're going to expect them to win. I don't know why people thought anything different. It's not time to put Tiffany over Becky on TV. When Tiffany comes up, this is something we'll be able to revisit. This kind of like when Rhea was NXT Women's Champion and Charlotte beat her and took her title. Yeah, we came back to that. We rectified that.
I mean, look at Rhea and Raquel right now. If everybody forgets, Rhea and Raquel had their own little rivalry in NXT too. So
they did. Raquel was the last person to beat Rhea in NXT and send her back into the main roster.
Was that New Year's Evil match, right, where she threw her through the glass door? I have that whole picture in my head for some reason. Just
I think it was that. I remember Rhea going through the floor on the stage. That's about all I remember.
Crazy.
We'll get there, Jadis. We'll get there. Will said Nia can do whatever she wants to his whole, and Allison is she really loved in that locker room too. So I didn't expect anything but Becky winning. It's nice to get her that title that she never got when she was down there in NXT. You saw Sasha hold it. You saw Bayley hold it. You saw Charlotte hold it. She's the only one of the 4 horsewomen that never got their hands on it.
No, now she does.
Now she does. Now we've kind of completed
and
that.
It will be good for people like Roxanne, Cora, all the other like Lola. I'm sure Soul's probably in like the performance center training, probably trying to come back. So it'll be good for all of them. And
whoever takes,
nothing, I mean, after
whoever takes it off is going to be a big deal too. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they're doing next, whether it's Tiffany, on some bullshit, getting her win back, cheating, however they go about it, it's going to be good for whoever takes it off too.
I feel like they could do Roxy and Becky because I feel like that's like a match that everybody wants to see, but I don't know.
I mean, like you said, like there's a lot Becky can do with the girls in NXT, and 90% of them are going to be fucking fire.
I just need them to strap Gigi Dolan ASAP.
Gigi beats Becky?
Strap her where?
everywhere. All of
Exactly. The answer is yes, Tina.
it. Next up in our women main eventing,
Matches.
What was the main event of Dynamite, Katie?
The Fatal
No,
4-Way.
not Dynamite. I said everything but Dynamite.
Okay.
No, wasn't
okay.
Dynamite the Fatal 4-Way?
No, Samoa Joe Roddy was.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
So we'll skip that. But on SmackDown,
Mhm.
what was our main event, Katie?
Jesus Christ, Bailey and
was-
Asuka.
Yeah, Bailey and
Bailey and Asuka.
I
Hell
think the
on
Grayson
matches.
Waller effect.
Yeah.
Main event matches. And I've
Yeah,
made that
main event
argument. The
matches.
last match is
I mean, they did
And
say
some-
main event last night because everybody that's like, why did they say main event at 8:15? I'm like, well, they have the Grayson Waller effect, and then they got 15 commercials, and then they got a backstage segment. It's like, come on.
Exactly. They got time.
and my girl Shotzi showed up. Even the odds
Yo,
did her
Shotzi,
thing.
bro.
You know,
I'm
love
just
you,
happy
Shotzi.
Chauncey's finally getting a chance. I'm just happy a lot of these people are finally getting like chances, like from NXT, like that have been coming up, like LA Knight and Chauncey and Grayson and Theory, and like it's just great because a lot of these people don't watch them in NXT. Like there's so many people I've had to tell about the LA Knight and Cameron Grimes rivalry in NXT. I'm like, you need to take about like a day and a half of your life and watch. Just go through NXT and watch that rivalry because it was fantastic.
Just a day and a half, though. That's it.
Whatever it was. I'm sure you can go through those NXT real quick. Dude. They're only 2 hours.
Shotzi is a beautiful woman.
Oh, the Chauncey memes are so bad, but
The best ones were like her and Charlotte as like Cynthia and
I thought the
Angelica.
Toy Story one was great with the
Toy Story, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
toy with the toy. That was bad. That was so
That
bad.
one was just on brand.
That was so bad.
We stand Shotzi over here.
Hell yeah.
He says he likes Eli Drake. I didn't watch too much of Eli Drake, so I really can't say too much about that. But, like,
Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk about LA Knight. Don't worry.
It's the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Statlander, back-to-back defenses, defeated Jade Cargill.
Hey, she
And-
coming to WWE.
I'm assuming because my recording cut off that she defeated Britt Baker
Yes.
in Penn State.
That's not me. That's
Literally, I watched Britt hit like the 3 moves back to back to back. She got the Panama Sunrise or Canadian Destroyer because she tried to Sunrise and missed it. And then she hit what they call that, the Angel's Wings, which I guess used to be something she did.
hmm
And then she hit the stomp. She went for the pin. She kicked. Stat was getting up, and then my recording cut off and said, "Fuck you." So
yeah, I mean, basically, she tried to go for the Panama again. Stat caught her, and then Britt put the lockjaw on her while she was standing, kind of like the Black Widow AJ used to do it, like that kind of effect. Got her down, but then Stat kind of just rolled her up, stacked her with Britt's hands still in her mouth, and got the win.
if only.
If only.
And to Tino's point, Jade wrestled, and there were some clips on Twitter that looked like, you know, she hugged it out with Chris Statlander. There were a lot of rumors going around that Jade is done with AEW. She may or may not be going to WWE. We will see. I think she'd do very well over there.
It's all gonna be whatever she wants to do.
I
If this is her just taking a very long break from wrestling in general, because like
Could
she
very
doesn't
well be.
have to wrestle. Like she was fine.
I mean,
like
she did
being
just
off
take
for
a
like
little
4
break,
months.
but maybe she wants to take a longer one.
And maybe she just wants to like hang out with her kid.
I mean, that's very true.
I don't believe in all the, like, people are like, oh, she's going to debut on the, they're saying she's going to debut on the main roster right away, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I like Jade. I really do. I don't think she's ready for that kind of, like, being on AEW and then competing in front of a WWE crowd on the main roster are 2 very different things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could even have Jade. If Jade really does come in, you could have her and Becky in NXT, and I feel like that would get people like talking, and people would watch NXT. Like, and that's like the thing, like, you know what I mean? Where I think a lot of people would.
I mean, it's possible. It's,
You know,
it's
and
just
like you
whatever
said
happens.
about the release, you said it was Sunny Kiss, right?
Mhm.
just seeing these people go wherever they want. As long as I always say, as long as we see them on TV in reality, like who cares? It's just wrestling, as long as we're being able, like, still being able to see the Hardy Boys in 2023. Yes, sometimes it's not the best, but still kind of cool to see them out there. And it's, so.
I have notes on that, by the way, tonight, so we'll talk about that. Yeah, I guess it's on me. You brought it up. Let's talk Collision. We've been doing a lot of swallowing. Let's do a spit. I am spitting the Hardy Boys versus what I refer to as Great Value Rob Zombie and the Dutch Boy Paint mascot.
Cool. I haven't watched Collision yet, so.
I forget what they're called. The Righteous. Yeah, the Righteous.
The Righteous Boys.
Vincent and Dutch. It feels like they split Bray Wyatt into two lesser halves, and this was a poor man's Wyatt family promo at the end. I know they were supposed to be, and I'm glad they didn't, because that would have sucked, because this felt like off-brand Wyatt bullshit.
Chance to say anything.
I listen. I was typing that note out, and I knew either you or Vince or somebody in the chat was going to say it, and I was ready for it.
Well, I wasn't just going to say that. I was going to say they've been spotted at NXT tapings a few times too. It's like it wasn't like just that one thing. Like it was a very strong possibility that they were going to go to WWE.
I love the Hardy Boys growing up. I never have to see another Matt and Jeff Hardy tag match in my life. I don't.
In my
I'm good.
life.
We're good.
In my life.
Matt can barely fucking walk. Jeff falls down as he has always done a lot, very well.
And that's the thing. Like, it kind of sucks to see them like, falling apart.
So we're good. We can move on from that.
It's their time. They gotta pack it up.
They say it's one of the hardest things to do.
Then they need to stop.
Well, I mean, clearly Matt is. That's why he's got so many kids. I don't know about Jeff.
Jeff has like 3.
Does he really?
Listen,
I think so.
I mean, when Matt, when you got,
Rebby at home.
Yeah, that's what I was getting. Rebby there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was going to say Reba. I was going to say Reba.
Reba McIntyre.
Yeah, I was going to say that's what I was. Not Reba.
But yeah, Great Value Rob Zombie and the Dutch Boy Paint mascot. I gave him a chance because I heard the things about the Wyatt Six and possibly them being members of that and all that. And I'm like, let me check this out. And it really did just feel like a poor man's Wyatt family promo. It didn't quite hit the same. And honestly, if you look at them, if you put those two together, Dragon Ball Z style fusion dance, you'd get Bray Wyatt. But they separated into lesser halves that weren't as good as Bray on the mic. And it came off less than to me.
I mean, I know that you obviously have a very strong love for Bray Wyatt and everything he did and his characters. And I've seen like bits and pieces of stuff the Righteous has done. I guess I also just haven't really focused on it. So I don't like that match. I was like this. The TV was on. I wasn't even watching because I didn't give a fuck. So I was just not paying attention. I didn't even hear the promo they did after. So I really have no opinion on it. I guess we'll see what happens.
They did call out your boys Max and Adam.
Oh.
What are you going to do about this?
Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Be like that, though.
You know, ROH tag team. They said ROH world champions instead of tag champs. They kind of fucked that one up, but you know.
Speaking of tag champs, did you guys see that the Acclaim are selling their actual belts for $5,000? I don't know if that was in our group chat. I saw that before when I was scrolling through Twitter when I was like half hour ago before we went live, and I'm like $5,000. That's crazy.
Well, it's the real belt, though. You know, they said replica belts take so long to make, which otherwise they'd have them and they'd be cheaper. So they're selling actual belts, autographed and signed, $5,000.
And there was according to Bowen's tweets, there was 10 and now there's 6. So 4 people bought them.
I mean, if I had the extra money, I would.
I had 5 G's? Shit.
I just thought if I'm taking money baths, I mean, it's a different story. But I'm sitting here looking at McDonald's for lunch.
Katie Warbucks over there.
That dollar menu.
No,
and the
not
belt
me.
scissor. I don't think there's a better set of titles for you to get, Katie.
You're such a dick. I don't
Not
have
3G.
5 Gs. I don't even have 1G.
Yeah.
I have no Gs.
I was gonna say I've got 5G, but it's on my phone.
Same.
True, very true.
Tino,
I
spit
did
or
tell
swallow?
Leo to buy me. I'm telling everybody to buy me a Chicago Bears belt. Listen, somebody wants to buy me a Chicago Bears legacy belt. I'm all about it. I just don't
Those
have
belts
the
are
money.
nice.
I mean, listen, I just don't have the money for it. That'd be pretty.
I mean, I
cool.
don't either.
Jadis, why don't you buy him a Bears?
That's what I said. I said Jaden. That's what I said. I said Jaden.
Why
Why
don't you
don't you buy
fucking
me a
buy
belt? I said give a donation, bro.
Listen,
I said, come on.
you've been with this man all day today, showing him some support. Now
All
just
day.
a little bit more. Hook him up
All
with that Bears
day,
belt
bro.
so he can rock it on the stream. You can be in the
That's what
chat
I'm
like, I
saying,
got
bro.
him that belt.
Bro, imagine. Bro.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, Tino, spit or swallow.
Oh, now I need to think. So let's I guess let's swallow and let's talk about the Jade Cargill situation.
Okay.
Since we were, what do you guys think about it? I mean, the dream matches I think we could have would be absolutely insane with like Jade and Bianca, etc. and etc. But I mean, like, I know we kind of talked about it, but do you think like it is actually a possibility?
In the future, yeah. I wouldn't say like, oh, she shows up at fucking Survivor Series. No.
I mean, that would be cool
If-
because I'm there, but I mean, hey.
Well, yeah. But like if, and it again, it's a big if.
Big if. I always say that. Big if.
If she does come to WWE, which these reports can say whatever the fuck they want. I have always been a firm believer. I will not believe it until I see it.
Yeah, and again, they could all be sitting there laughing. Like Jade could be sitting at her house laughing, being like, "These idiots think I'm going to WWE. I'm just trying to sit at home and have a good time." Like, so
That's kind of where I'm at because I mean, we also talked like after she lost her belt, she went and just kind of was living life and having a good time, and she was on Instagram posting shit and didn't even seem like she really wanted to come back to wrestling. She came back. She had a rematch. We don't know where she's going to go or what she's going to do. If she does go to WWE, I still recommend sending her down to NXT. We don't want a Goldberg situation where,
no.
Don't get me wrong, Jade's a better wrestler than Goldberg was when he was in WCW. But we don't want that situation where she comes in and she's not up to par with the women on the main roster in WWE, and either they make her look bad like William Regal made Goldberg look bad, which I get to talk about tomorrow, or somebody gets hurt because she's trying to work up to a rate that she's not at yet.
There you go.
She has all the charisma and potential to be there. The in-ring needs just to catch up with that.
Yeah.
Katie, spit or swallow.
Hold on, I gotta tilt my notebook a certain way so I can fucking see. I'm gonna swallow. I'm gonna backtrack. I'm gonna go back to Raw. I'm going to swallow Shayna and Chelsea. I love Chelsea Green. I never thought I'd say those words. Love Chelsea. Piper's cleared. Round of applause. Titles aren't 100% cursed. Let's go.
Are we sure?
Listen, I'm holding out hope, Tino.
I'm just saying.
Just need a little bit. Just need a little bit of hope. But like, and I love the fact, I mean, Shayna and Zoe kind of being a tag team, but not a tag team is interesting to me because the whole thing. But if this becomes like a Trish situation, but instead of Shayna just like taking her under her wing and being her like better half, she takes her under her wing and just be's a mentor and just helps Zoe become the badass that she truly can be. That's what I want to see.
Okay. I also have that as a swallow in my notes. Really just enjoy Chelsea in general, trying to seduce Shayna. Shayna wants to use Chelsea's limbs to show her how big her gap is or something. She said something like that. Like, I'm going to take your
exactly
limbs and show the world how big your gap is, which seemed kind of forward, but Matt knows how big it is. Cardona, not me. Piper is back and cleared. We got Shayna versus Chelsea. Piper makes the rescue. Zoe comes in for the backup, and like you said, Shayna and Zoe as a mentorship or a tag team. I know we want to see big things for Shayna singles wise, but either way, it fits the bill. So Zoe's far better than Ronda.
Everybody's better than Ronda.
I mean, that's true.
That fucking bitch.
I love the hatreds toward Ronda, Katie.
I cannot stand Ronda Rousey in any capacity.
I'm gonna stick on Collision. I'm gonna let Katie attack the beginning of the week, and I'm gonna bring it up the ass with Collision here.
Sir.
I'm swallowing Portrait of a Star with Toni Storm because this Toni Storm character is fucking phenomenal.
Love her.
And the fact that she just keeps randomly saying tits on TV and all of her shit in different ways is a big plus for me. Tonight she said they wouldn't know talent if it slapped their tits off. So
I mean,
everything Toni Storm.
And she won the Fatal 4-Way.
And she won the Fatal 4-Way on Dynamite, number one contender, taking on Saraya, who is getting a lot of heat on Twitter for not letting fans talk shit about her and just sitting there and taking it.
Listen, well, that's not the only reason. Saraya has a very poor taste in a significant other right now.
There are a lot of beautiful women in wrestling that have poor taste in men.
Wait, what's wrong? Wait, who's Saraya dating now?
Ronnie Radke.
Is that the same guy that she's been dating?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just an absolute piece of human garbage.
Oh, I'll say it. See, I don't know much about him, but I knew his name and I knew like what he looks like. I didn't know he was the same dude.
Yeah, he's gotta.
Thank you, Justin. The Wings of Love.
Where did that even come from?
I think that was the Britt Baker thing.
Wow, is he that behind?
Well, Justin normally comes in and starts the show from the beginning. But
hey, that's always good.
Fair.
Hey,
yeah, I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Justin.
But yeah, no, everything Toni Storm. She's fucking awesome. She won that. We're getting Toni versus Saraya for the title. I love this new character that she's doing.
Is Grand Slam next week, like this upcoming Wednesday? Okay.
Yep.
I keep getting confused. Can't keep up with all these events and these shows, and
it's ridiculous.
Time's not real.
Every other week, it seems like there's Fight for the Fallen, Grand Slam.
So they always are.
Heat Wave, yeah.
That's NXT, but yeah.
Well, NXT does the same shit that AEW does, where
they used to not.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they just try to use their Tuesday, try to like do it with like a pay-per-view or whatever. It's just like, come on now.
Ridiculous.
I don't even know. Too many.
Tino?
What? Oh, we got to come up with another one? I was wrong. I'm running out.
I mean, if you want, me and Katie can go back and forth. You can just hop in on what we got going on since we.
I mean, honestly, if you want to, I kind of don't have any more written down. Like that was all I had. I wrote a couple down.
Oh yeah. Okay. Katie, spit or swallow.
All right, let's see here. I'm going to swallow Drew McIntyre and Xavier Woods. 1, Xavier Woods is a star. I want him to be treated as such. 2, this is the seasonings, a little bit of seasonings, of Drew finally just becoming a full-fledged evil heel that should have just happened already. He has no riddle, hopefully, anymore. So we can get rid of the dead weight. That's riddle. And we can just have Drew be this evil man going after everybody. Going after Jay. Going after the New Day. Going after Seth at one point. Like, go after Roman for all I fucking care.
I just like where his hair like comes down like the Ringer, where like he looks like I have the action figure, like his hair's all like dark, like it's like creepy. That's what we need.
He's dark, mysterious, and brooding when he does that, and that's the best type of Drew McIntyre.
I'm gonna need him to climb out of the Titantron if we're gonna go full on ring girl with Drew McIntyre.
Oh my god, man, I'd be so scared. That's like there's like a couple movies that still scare me, and that's one of them. That I can't do it. Like I can't. Like there's like I'm maybe I'm still like a child, but like I don't know.
That's okay.
Scare the hell out of me. Like I finally just watched House of Wax, like that old movie. Like I watched it back when I was like little, and like it was like the scariest movie in the world. And I watched, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. But there's still
Drew definitely needs to go back to Crazy Psychopath.
yes,
Oh, so
yes, that was like peak hot Drew McIntyre for me, and I want that back.
so bad.
Personal reasons.
I do want to thank everyone for coming in here and joining us, whether you're watching us on Twitch, whether you're watching us over on YouTube. If you guys have a chance, you want to show us a little support, patreon.com/creationworld, where there, for $1, got 2 podcasts you get for that same dollar. One is Return to Wrestling, where Travis and I sit down and go back and watch old WCW starting in 1995. Tomorrow, we are recording Super Brawl 1998. You get the entire back catalog, everything that we have done for that dollar, plus a new episode every month, and Multiverse with Travis and Mara, where they sit down and they talk old school. They talk DC animated films. The old school is the WCW. So if you are a DC animated film fan or a wrestling fan, you get that all for $1. And then for a tier slightly higher than that, but you're going to need to go click the link to find out how much. You guys can get all of our shows ad-free. But if you're watching us live, we have some awesome sponsors that we'd like you to support. So with that being said, here is a word from our sponsors.
Spice things up in the bedroom, then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Because you see, Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creationworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Attention dog lovers. Are you looking for high quality products to spoil your furry friend? Then you need to check out dog.com. Because you see, dog.com is the go-to online store for all your dog-related needs. They offer a huge selection of dog food, treats, beds, and more. Plus, they have products for all types of dogs, from puppies to seniors and everything in between. And the best part, you can shop with confidence knowing that all their products are made with your dog's health and happiness in mind. Dog.com only stocks top-rated brands that you can trust, so you can rest easy knowing your dog is getting the best. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Dog.com is doing a big warehouse clearance sale. And all you have to do is go to dog.creationworld.com and you can get up to 80% off on all sorts of items like toys, treats, bones, harnesses, bowls, leashes, and anything else you can think of. So go to dog.creationworld.com and take advantage of this sale right now. Spoil your furry friend with the best products from dog.creationworld.com today. Link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try DUBBY, the ultimate energy source. DUBBY is a powerful, clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, DUBBY can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, DUBBY is made with high-quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. So you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix Dubby with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to dubby.creationworld.com and order your Dubby today. And for a limited time, use code Creatia at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's Creatia at dubby.creationworld.com for 10% off. Try Dubby today and feel the difference. The link is in the description.
And we're back. Let's see here. I think I'm up next. Katie, you just went right.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna swallow the Bang Bang Gang, but I got a question. What the fuck is this card blade shit?
Oh, it's it's when Diego Luna can't be there, so they got a cardboard cutout of him just in case. But it's funny because like everyone has a nickname but Austin.
Austin, yeah, I enjoyed that.
I had to get. Did you see Dan Housen's nickname for him?
No.
Dan Housen
It was. Oh god, hold on. Let me find the tweet. Talk about it. Let me find it.
Oh,
So we got Rock Hard Juice Robinson. We got Swiss Cheese Stays White. Switchblade Jay White. We got Fully Cocked Colton Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
Cock Hard or Cock Ready, some shit. Card Blade, which
I mean, same.
Even-
Asshead Austin Ass.
Asshead Austin Ass. They did also start chanting Ass Boys at him, but they came out after match, talked their shit, did their thing. Jay White's listen, he's starting to grow on me. I'm not gonna lie. He's starting to grow on me. And the group in and of itself is starting to grow on me. So
Diego Luna, Muppet from the Animals, and the Ass Boys. It's the best combination in wrestling.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's growing on me. It really is.
In AW.
In AW.
I love it. And we're getting Jay versus Andrade. Let's go.
That was the match he came out after. Andrade defeated Scorpio Sky. In Scorpio's return match because he wants to wrestle the best and lose to them apparently. And then they confronted Andrade. Jay even spit a little Spanish Andrade's way.
I mean, as you should.
So
I'm excited. I love Jay White.
What were you gonna say, Tino?
No, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just listening.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying, I agree with you. I mean, I didn't even realize Austin Gunn was Billy's son until I don't know if you guys ever watched, like last year, Austin went on a reality show and he was on it. I forgot what it was called, but it was just so funny. And when he first came on, they said Billy Gunn's son. And then they start showing him wrestle and everything. When I first saw him in AEW, I literally can't think of anything else from what he did in the reality show. I can't take him any seriously. So, like, I love Jay White and everything, but, like, Colton and Austin are just a disaster to me.
The Ass Boys.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
I love Jay White. And the cardboard cutouts are funny. When back in 2020, all the baseball teams were doing it, I kind of wanted to, like, order myself one. And then like have it, and I was thinking, I'm like, I should have, because then I do all these live streams. I could have just put the cardboard cutout here. I could have just sat in my room or sat on the chair and talked, and they would have no idea.
Except your mouth's not moving, but yeah.
Nobody's paying attention to that.
Like I sit in the stream sometimes, like for Raw or NXT or Dynamite, especially NXT and Dynamite, and there's like 3 people in there. I'm like, I could walk away and nobody would even know.
Nobody would know.
Oh yeah,
except for Jadis. Jadis.
Oh, bro,
know.
that's right. I'm
Jadis
sorry,
would be upset.
Jadis the real MVP though. Yeah. That's right.
Katie Swallow.
I should have made a longer list.
Next time, Gino. Next time.
Next time.
I know a lot of people aren't liking it, but I kind of am. I'm gonna swallow Rollins and Nakamura.
Okay.
I love the fact that they're still giving Nakamura these fucking vignettes,
Finally.
And it's working.
He's finally
He's
given
also-
the opportunity that this is like what he would like back when he was doing the stuff with AJ Styles and everything. Like it's just
Yes,
so good.
this is what they could have been doing from the jump, but they chose not to. Like calling out Seth's past transgressions. Big word for your girl. I'm very proud of myself. Big word. Like they even showed him turning on the Shield, which shout out to the Shield boys, top 3 PWI, just to piss more people off.
Like,
I love
the
it.
fact that they still go back to that moment is like, and they were saying like the brothers and stuff. It just makes it feel more real because it's like sometimes they forget about moments. It's like we don't forget. Like we remember Seth turning on the Shield just because Ambrose isn't there and he's now in AEW. Like we still need to acknowledge.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah. I feel like it should be like with football. Like if it's from the past, we should be able to acknowledge it still. Like when we talk about like the 2015, I just want to make sure I go farther back. Like the 2015 like Redskins or like now the Commanders. You could say 2014 Redskins, but you can't say 2023 Redskins. You gotta say Commanders.
Yeah, true.
I'm sorry.
I love Shin accusing Seth of being the villain and talking about all of, like you guys said, Seth's past transgressions and going through all of that, only to just go back and beat the shit out of the star of last week's episode from our podcast, Ricochet, for shits and giggles while Seth's out in the ring. Seth said everything he did was because basically he just wanted us to love him. And he wanted to be himself with us. And now that he's himself, that's why we do love him. That he isn't a good guy. He isn't a bad guy. He's just Seth freaking Rollins.
He's just Doug Guy. Remember that? Doug Guy.
Yep.
Oh, give me anxiety.
But yeah, no, he's the villain. Look at all this bad stuff he does. And then picks on poor Finger in the Bum for no reason. Like,
would you stop it?
That was the title of last week's episode, Katie.
I know. I was here.
All right.
Go ahead.
If you guys have listened to this show, you know that there is one New Japan wrestler and only one New Japan wrestler that I am a fan of, and that is the Great Okan. And the fact that this Will Ospreay guy and the fucking Aussie Open people that are, the lackeys in Great Okan's faction keep getting all this time on AEW, but Great Okan doesn't, is pissing me off. So that is a spit that we keep bringing the United Empire over without their leader, the Great Okan.
It's because the Great Okan just wants to only come back every once in a while for titties and strippers. And he doesn't want it every day.
I highly doubt that.
I mean, he probably does, but he's like, I guess I have other plans over here.
He doesn't. Come on. We got there are plenty of cities with titties and strippers and mechanical penises you can ride.
You go anywhere and get that now.
Exactly. Come to Chicago.
I mean, it's the shit. It's down the street. I mean, let's be real. Come on.
You just really hate the fact that he's not here. That's crazy.
Like I said, Jadis, we will get there. We will get to
Jadis. You got to be patient. Speaking of Judgment Day, I will say that's a spit for me. I'm tired of too much Judgment Day. Listen, I love Judgment Day. I love Dom, but like, I just can't deal like they're on Raw, NXT, SmackDown. Like, I like it sometimes, but like, I just feel like I see too much of them. I will say at least like Rhea wasn't on SmackDown last night because that would have made no sense. Because obviously the brand split makes no sense anyway. But like, I'm just
Justin's caught up to the stream, by the way.
He said, "Well, Justin's caught up." But I don't know. That's just one of me. The Judgment Day. I don't know. Like I like them. I just feel like we're kind of getting like too much of them right now.
This is my counter argument. Dom is the NXT North American champion. Finn and Damian are the Raw and SmackDown tag team champions.
They got everything. I mean,
they kind of have to show up on all the shows.
I mean, no, you're very right. Definitely. I'm just
bloodline apropos.
Do we think Ali's gonna win in No Mercy, or do we think Dom keeps it longer?
Well, one of them is from Chicago and one isn't, so I'm all in on Ali winning at No Mercy and putting some gold around his waist.
So am I. I was just,
Justin, are you supporting the Judgment Day or are you supporting Chicago?
We're pretty much. I feel like that's where we're going here. It's either Chicago or JD.
Wow, no faith.
Oh wow, wow! Just doing your city like that.
That's fucked. That's fucked up.
Austin, bro, we talked about it, bro. Chicagoans got to stick together, man. What happened? Shit.
We're disappointed in you, Just.
Disaster.
Not me.
But since Tino is satisfying Jadis's thirst for this talk,
Oh my god!
along with
Jadis,
the Judgment Day stuff, we got Cody shutting up JD and Dom, who came out babbling about Jay joining Judgment Day. I don't see Jimmy and Jay joining Judgment Day.
No.
As a matter of fact, if we do the smart thing and we pretend that wrestlers actually watch wrestling and they know what's going on, as soon as Jay sees that Jimmy was being recruited by Finn, Jay's gonna be like, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah.
That's what they should do. He's like, "Listen, you saw what happened. I left for a reason. Now you're trying to bring us both together. I want nothing to do with that shit. I moved away from my brother to get away from this fucking show. We ain't doing that shit." And it's gonna be fuck Judgment
Jimmy's
Day.
trying to fight John Cena. Can we see Jimmy and Cena at like Fastlane or something?
What the fuck are they even doing with Jimmy? Like, he's trying to fight John Cena. He's trying to get back in the bloodline, but he's against the bloodline. He's aligning with the Judgment Day. Like, I'm so fucking confused about Jimmy Uso. I don't even recognize his music when it comes on. I was like, who the fuck is this? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because he's got the new music. We've gotten so far away from the great shit that was the bloodline. Yes, Katie?
I will say, I don't give a fuck about what Jimmy's doing. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. Solo versus Cena, though, my interest is piqued. That's the shit I want to see.
I mean, like, do you guys see like those flashbacks they were having like with Umaga and stuff? Like, oh my!
Cena's been fighting Samoans for 20 years.
I mean,
like, he's got the shit in the bag.
He's been talking crap about him.
He's got it. He's good.
He really has. The fact that it's
like, and if we do Solo and Cena at Fastlane and have Solo beat as he has been dubbed the greatest of all time, I mean, Solo becomes one of the biggest stars in the company that he already basically is.
When Edge was running the Judgment Day, we were calling them the Sexecutioners instead of Judgment Day. Because of Rhea and Edge and Priest mostly. Then Finn showed up and kind of ruined the whole vibe. even with his bulge. So
how dare you?
He was. But yeah, no. Also, I was a little confused by what the fuck's going on with Solo, because like Solo's backstage and Paul's like, listen, like I know you want to do some things, but Roman has to give the word, right? Like it's got to be Roman's call, and he's like, I know what I need to do. Then he goes out there, and Paul's like, fuck, call Roman. And then he gets out there, and he gets in John's face, which, yeah, cool, down for that. But then he grabs his brother, and then he kicks John Cena, and then they stomp John Cena. Like, what the fuck was going on? Like, I'm so confused.
Solo has to take care of all the business because Roman said, no, Dwayne's showing up. I can't be there.
And then
now
AJ
Roman's the one scared.
AJ got cheated by Jimmy in the beginning of the night, so now he's out there saving John Cena when it was beat up John Cena. Now it's saved John Cena's ass. Like, I'm so confused.
I mean, maybe that's why Roman isn't showing up. He's like, I know the Rock's coming. I don't want to be there. I don't want to.
He said, I got word Dwayne's showing up, guys. I can't. Which,
imagine when they stand face to face, though. That moment right there, my body is just gonna it's. Yeah.
What do you mean you're gonna get Scarlet next month?
Yeah, I don't know what he meant by that. I was reading that. I'm like, are you like Scarlet Bordeaux or right?
Or Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? I need answers.
Pokemon.
Or Scarlet Fever? Are you getting Scarlet Fever next month? Because you've been through enough, bro. Like, chill out.
How many? There's a lot of Scarlets, you know.
No, I'm gonna. Thank you.
Okay.
The Pokemon
game.
Guys,
right, bro,
take it easy.
I love those Pokemon games. I used to
listen. If he was getting Scarlet Bordeaux, I'm like, listen. Let me just sit backstage. I don't need to be on the screen. I can hide. Just let me sit backstage in the stream and hang out.
Just turn your laptop on and leave the StreamYard open.
Hell yeah! Just send me the link. I won't come in. I won't say a word.
Turn the camera off. Mute it.
She won't be able to see.
Exactly.
You know, the bloodline stuff was so good for so long, and we took an awkward left turn, and now the Jay shit's still cool and still has me interested in everything he's got going on Raw, but everything Roman, Jimmy, Solo versus Cena is intriguing, but it's all just a convoluted mess now, and I don't know how the fuck they're going to fix it. And then on top of that, The Rock shows up on SmackDown, doesn't even acknowledge any member of his family or any of that shit's going on. He's just there to pick on Austin Theory, which I don't blame him, but
well, that just means he's got to come back.
He might not. He might just
maybe.
been like, no, I'm
They
not
did
working in
talk
Hollywood
about
right
it on
now.
the Pat McAfee show. I don't know if you guys did see that. So
Yeah, he said he's open for WrestleMania 40.
open.
He was supposed to be on WrestleMania 39, and then they wanted to wait until the Endeavor deal.
Listen, I'm not 100% opposed to seeing The Rock at Mania.
If WrestleMania is 2 nights, before I forget, why can't Roman fight 2 nights? He takes all this time off. Let him face Rock one night and Cody the other. Call it a day. Ta-da!
I saw one of the best theories about it. The best awesome theory about it.
Awesome theories?
Yes.
Okay.
Night 1, you have Roman, Rock, Cena, Cody. The stories you can tell with the 4 of them and those stories, yes. The winner of Cody and Cena gets to face Roman the next night at night 2.
You want me to do you better?
Okay.
Night 1, The Rock and Jey Uso versus Roman and Jimmy. Night 2, Roman defends his title against Cody.
Wait, what? Where'd you get the tag team match from?
The plan originally, from what we've been hearing, is Jimmy versus Jay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wants to see Rock Roman. So instead of putting The Rock in a title match, because we don't need to see Rock in a fucking title match against Roman Reigns. We don't need it. We want to see those two clash. We don't need the belt on the line for that to be entertaining. This is all family business. So let's take The Rock and put him with Jay. Let's, whatever the fuck Jimmy's doing, trying to get back in the bloodline and take the right-hand man spot, put him with Roman. Give us a tag team match, because we also don't know that The Rock is going to be able to go out there and deliver on the level that we want him to outside of a tag team match. We're going to put him in the same situation that we put Mick Foley in with The Rock back in the day when he came back. You throw him in a tag team match so he can come in, he can hit his high spots, he can do the, the spine busters and the rock bottoms and all that fun shit. We don't have to worry about him winning the title. We don't have to worry about any of that stuff. He gets all the highlight and all the buzz without any of the bullshit.
And you could have that match start off the show, and it would be a way to get people really hyped up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because then they could have something else for the main event with, if it's Cena, Cody, or whatever they want to do, because however they book it, or sure we'll have another 8-man spectacular tag team match or whatever nonsense they come up with this year. Or the Philly special tag team match. I'm sure Jadis will love that. It's Eagle fan, and we got the man. Steve's that's right. This is Steve's perfect time. He's waking up, he's getting coffee. I forget, that's right. The time difference. It's like what, 6 or 7 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. He also just did a great episode of the Apron Vault. So shout out to Steve.
Shout out Steve. We love Steve.
We do love Steve.
Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm going to. Where is it? I'm gonna hop to NXT. I'm gonna swallow Creeds versus Anafe and Blade. Okay. NXT's tag division's fucking stacked. Let's point blank period. The Creeds are phenomenal. Julius Creed is a star. Brutus Creed is a monster. Anafe and Blade are also fantastic, and they don't get enough credit that they deserve. And then you have the Werewolves hitting on Ivy Nile, and everybody brawling. Tony D and Stacks are watching in the back. Yes.
My guys.
Tag team.
My boys.
Our boys.
The family. My boys.
Forget about it. It's all good shit.
Good night, Will. Get some sleep. I know you've had a long day. Sorry about the ice cream cake, Will and Allison. That sucked.
Yeah, that was rough.
Somebody dropped Allison's birthday cake.
Oh, damn.
In front of her.
Yeah. Right in front of her. And Will got it on camera.
Make it a short.
I'll join you on NXT because I don't have a lot from NXT.
Okay.
I'm going to swallow Cora bonding, Roxanne bonding with the girls and talking about the breakout tournament, the return of the breakout tournament.
Woo!
Elektra and Lola stepping up to Roxanne, but her not taking any shit from anyone anymore, not playing the nice girl, not backing down. Really enjoyed Roxanne in this new iteration of her post losing the championship and everything she's doing. And that's a big swallow for me. And also the return of the women's breakout tournament.
Yes. So fucking excited.
Bring them back. That was the highlight of NXT for me, is back when we used to do all of the cruiserweight tournaments and the women's tournaments and, all this fun shit. Bring it back. UK
You know,
tournament.
they're doing a tournament right now, Matt.
No,
Everybody loves tournaments. Shit, I've been doing tournaments on pieces of like cardboard paper, like paper for years. I love those tournaments.
this Heritage Cup bullshit does not count, Katie.
Yes, it does. That's a tournament.
No,
Yes, it does. That's a tournament.
I did it just to piss him off. This was fun for me.
I don't believe in round robin tournaments.
It's
That's
a
not how
tournament.
tournaments work. You lose, you're out.
Tournament.
Round robin
Oh.
is just some bullshit for people who can't take a loss. That's what they do over in New Japan. I don't support it.
Well, maybe if Chicago sports teams have a round robin tournament, maybe they might win.
That's true. That is true.
You know,
I'll give you
it's the
that.
one and done. They can't make it out of the first round, no matter where they go. So, I can't. Or no matter what team it is, I should say.
We couldn't even make it out of the first fucking game of the season this year.
Oh,
Anyway.
well, okay.
Anyways,
I just
I
everything with that tournament. It's not.
I
for
know.
me. I'm not feeling it.
It confuses me. I will say that's the only thing. It's just I get confused. I don't know what is or who is or how many points.
it's all
What kind of name
annoying.
is Joe? It's they took John Doe or Joe Creed or something like that, and then they took coffee. Maybe he was drinking coffee when they were coming up with his name. They said, "Hey, you know."
I mean, Chili McFreeze was going to be Austin's name, and we got Stone Cold Steve Austin. Not everyone gets that lucky.
I mean, you know,
True.
sometimes it's too like that.
It's literally just kind of the same name though, because coffee is a cup of Joe, so he's Coffee, Joe Coffee,
That's so true.
That's true.
Coffee.
So true,
It is what it
bestie.
I'm not gonna be able to get that out of my head now. Every time he comes out, I'm just gonna think it.
It's Mark Coffee and Coffee.
You gotta love it. We need some coffee on Tuesday night, guys. I might, because I might. Oh shit. Sometimes NXT, I don't know. I think Raw just drains me. The 3 hour Raws
No.
are just.
NXT just hasn't
Kill it.
been that great lately. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, there's not a lot to love about it. It really
It's
hasn't.
been okay. It hasn't been like the best. It's just one of those things that is just like it's like they like the tag team division is good and like like Becky and Tiffany was
The
I don't
women's
know.
division's good. The tag team division's good. The rest is just kind of there, unfortunately. Like, I'm excited for Dragunov versus Hayes, which Katie better swallow.
Oh my god. Yes.
Why'd you get so excited?
I'm so fucking excited for this match.
She's
Round
like,
2.
Oh yeah.
I love Carmelo Hayes. I love Ilya Dragunov. It's a fucking masterpiece.
I'm just glad that one of Matt Shitty Kids didn't advance. That's what I call MSK.
He's
Matt
going to-
Shitty
he's-
Kid.
he's-
Matt Shitty
He
Kid.
pieced. He took a shit. He packed his shit and went home.
Yep.
I mean,
Allegedly.
yeah, I don't know where Wes is going. Who knows?
Main roster.
Probably.
Just to piss Matt off.
He'll come back. He'll join Matt Riddle, save him from the Drew McIntyre beatdown. They'll be a tag team. They'll get high every day and
Listen, bro.
ride scooters and eat Burger
Listen,
King or whatever the fuck
Listen,
they
bro,
do.
I think me and you need to talk about this Matt Riddle issue, bro. We gotta have an
Go ahead.
intervention.
You can't have an intervention. You're never going to fix this. The character here. I've said this and I'll say it again for anyone new that's listening. Matt Riddle is not my kind of white people. He's
Same.
not, and he never will be.
Same.
He's not. He never will be.
I mean,
Same.
Wesley to SmackDown, I'm all about it. Just again, use these people correctly. Maybe they add him. Maybe they add him in with Bobby and the Street Profits. Maybe that's what they should do. If they're gonna do anything, I mean, maybe that would work. Maybe have him be like the Cedric or the just throwing that out.
Well, let's was that on Raw or was that on SmackDown where we did Bobby and the Street Profits?
That
was on SmackDown, right? Yeah, that was here. So yeah, let's do that because not only am I swallowing Santos asking Ray for a title shot because we know
heel turn is coming.
We know where this is going. Mans was in a suit. We know who Santos is. We've seen this before.
Oh, it's coming. I love it.
Ray accepts. Outcome the Almighty Prophets.
Is that what we're calling them? The Almighty Prophets?
That's what we call them.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to come up with a name and figure out something. I like it.
There you go.
Go ahead.
The LWO makes a challenge for a tag match. Street Profits get the win. everyone's getting beat down by the Almighty Prophets. Ray got beat down. Santos got dropped by Bobby from behind. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Big swallow. Enjoyed the shit out of that.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is what we want. This is what we need. All is right in the world. The Almighty Prophets beating people up. Love it.
Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna swallow Friedman math. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, my scumbag.
He's your scumbag?
He's everybody's scumbag.
Cool.
And my favorite rat bastard, as I like to call him on my show. He's just in the back, icing his neck, talking about he's gonna beat up whoever wins Roddy versus Joe, which I'll get the fucking Roddy later. Drama queen. And then just starts going into some Steiner math out of nowhere, unprovoked. I sat here in awe. I was dumbfounded that he spoke it with such conviction. If you didn't know the Steiner math promo, you would have thought Max was just like being legit.
Max makes everything so real. It's so great.
You should also write down Friedman math.
Got it.
I have that literally here. MJF sends messages to Samoa Joe and that bland bitch with Adam by his side, just hanging out, letting him do the shit, getting away with it. Promises to choke Joe out, does the Friedman math promo on him. Adam tried to be a good friend to Roddy earlier, but Roddy was kind of a dick, so fuck him, or at least I thought. And then, as Katie alluded to, we had Joe defeating Roddy. And listen, I also love Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I love everything he's doing, but there is very few people in this wrestling industry I love more than Samoa Joe, and I want to see Joe kill everybody. And I need Joe to choke Max out and take that belt. And the same way he choked out your boy Adam Cole on stage, same way he choked out Roddy Strong, just dismantling the Undisputed Era one by one.
He really did.
Thank God Kyle O'Reilly's not there.
Yeah, because Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle's got a lot of issues right now.
He does. Joe chokes Adam out on the ramp while yelling, "I'm going to take everything from you, Max, including the only friend you've ever had your entire fucking life." Yeah, it was great. The whole thing. Adam came down to check on Roddy, and then the whole time, whoever the fuck, like, what is that? Mike Kanellis and the dude in purple. Yeah, that one.
I forget.
Yeah,
there's so many. I get confused sometimes. I'm like, wait, like, are they on like AEW, WWE? Like, what show are they on? Like Collision? Like, sometimes I just get so confused. There's so many shows.
It's not that I'm confused. I just like to do that because it drives people who are like huge ROH fans and shit crazy, and I like to fuck with them when they're like, "It's fucking Matt Taven." I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that guy is. He's the dude in purple.
It's so funny because people don't realize like we do that on purpose. Like,
oh yeah, it's Mike Kanellis. It's Mike Bennett. No, it's Mike Kanellis. That's who he was.
It's Mike Kanellis Bennett.
When he was getting cocked in WWE, it was a thing.
Mike Dash Kanellis Dash. Bennett.
We need to talk about the fact that Roddy was perfectly fine during and after the match.
I said it. What's this guy?
Until Adam comes out trying to be a nice friend, drops like a sack of potatoes. Adam! Like,
he said, my legs don't work. I forgot.
He's like, where's Adam? And Adam's like, I'm right here. He's like, I can't see him. As he's like being strapped up to the fucking Roderick Strong, you toxic man.
Oh my!
That's
how you the whole match, and he was fine. Like if you can't move your neck during a match.
That is a toxic boyfriend trying to get his boyfriend to stay with him.
Oh my God!
I agree. I'm gargling undecidedly.
Okay.
On Daniel Garcia's homoerotic dance.
Okay.
Why? Because like that?
Huh?
Because you can't dance like that?
Oh, I absolutely can dance like that. But
okay. True. Okay.
I like it. but I don't know that I like it for Daniel Garcia or whatever the fuck Daniel Garcia was supposed to be prior to the JAS breaking up. Like it felt like they were building him to be this main eventer. You know, we had that great story where is he going to be a sports entertainer or is he going to be a wrestler? And I feel like they made the wrong choice in making him a sports entertainer. And now he seems like a comedy act. And that is the part. I enjoy the dance. I enjoy him dancing on people. I kind of want to see him dancing on dudes' girlfriends and wives just to start fights. But I just don't know that it fits who I wanted. And that's on me. Like that's not them. That's me. Who I thought Daniel Garcia was going to be or what he was going to end up doing just isn't working for me. But he's very good at doing it. And it is kind of funny to watch. I just didn't think he was going to be a comedy act.
Now, I've been seeing a lot of, I don't know if it's like comparisons, but the Prince Nana dance now is also the big thing in AEW. Thoughts on that dance?
I can take it or leave it. Honestly, when Prince Nana or that whole group comes out, outside of Swerve being on the mic, I kind of tune out. They have me because it's a weird collaboration of people like Swerve. What's that tag team's name?
Gates of Agony.
Gates of Agony. There you go. And then Brian Cage are just not four people I ever thought I'd see together on a team doing things together.
It's an odd pairing.
Like when Brian Cage came out, I was like, wait, is Swerve really with him? I'm like, what's going on here?
It doesn't make sense to me. It's weird as shit.
It's an odd faction.
I will give at least, the Young Bucks dropped him, so that was fun. For the
Bucks. I feel like the dance was going on too long. They were just back there like, is he gonna turn around?
How do you guys feel about QTV?
Terrible. Throw it away. Don't.
Let's hear it.
Oh, you're gonna like it now.
Why?
I don't
really tried to stab somebody.
Johnny QTV's on it.
I don't like QT, but I really like Danny.
Well, we all like Danny.
So I can't spit it because I like her way more than I dislike QT. And this is the segment that she's Danielle, I think is her actual name.
Yeah, Harley Cameron.
Harley Cameron.
Yeah, that's why I was like, Danielle. Who?
Yeah, no, Harley. There you go, Harley Cameron. Really enjoy her. Love.
She tried to stab a man with scissors unprovoked.
Okay, unprovoked is subjective.
She grabbed that pair of scissors so unprovoked, and that's coming from also a crazy white bitch.
Unprovoked is subjective. We don't know what was said off screen. She may have had her reasons. We don't know what happened when the cameras weren't rolling.
Listen,
you never know.
I enjoy seeing her on my TV, and if the only way to get her on my TV is QTV, then I support QTV. Sorry,
sometimes you just gotta support them.
Gotta do what I gotta do.
I hate you.
Katie, spit or swallow.
Oh, hold on. I gotta cross that one off.
That is for OnlyFans. You got to pay for that. You don't get that on. You don't get that free on Twitch.
Bro, I can't even get Jadis to become a 99-cent member. Jadis ain't paying for OnlyFans.
I'll tell you what. You drop a here. Jadis,
I told him to drop $1. He can't even drop $1 for Tino.
If
bro.
you send me proof that you dropped $1 on our Patreon before tomorrow at 9 a.m., I will do the dance on Return to Wrestling. So when it drops, you can check that out. It'll be there. But I need that proof.
There you go. Jadis, you got to find $1, bro. It's only 4 quarters. I'm sure you got it somewhere.
That's terrible. You're awful.
Katie.
I'm going to swallow Eddie Kingston's promo on, or vignette, whatever you want to call it, on Collision. The passion that this man has when he speaks is impeccable. It is one of my favorite things to watch. I could listen to Eddie Kingston talk all day. His beef with Claudio is one of the best things in AEW, point blank, period. On site literally means on site with the two of them. And their match at Grand Slam is going to be one of the best ones. Like, it's Max and Joe is going to be probably the best, and then this match. I'm very excited.
I'm with you, however.
Uh-oh.
Kind of like the discussion we had about Swerve's group. I'm very confused. Maybe it's because I've missed Dynamite for a couple weeks ever since they let go of CM Punk, and then we had other shit going on. Or not Dynamite, Collision. And I haven't got around to it. But I don't know what the fuck the BBC is. Like, are they heels? Is Daniel Bryan not a heel, but everyone else is? Because we got Mox and Big Bill opening up the show. Ricky Starks coming out, who's clearly a heel. Daniel Bryan making the save. We had the tag team match on Collision. Daniel Bryan and Claudio versus Big Bill and fucking Ricky Starks. But also, clearly, Eddie Kingston's the baby face in this feud against Claudio. He's got beef with Claudio. So is it a Seth Rollins situation? We're not the good guys. We're not the bad guys. We're just guys. Like, what the fuck is going on?
It might just depend on the opponent.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can think of because, like, I mean, you made a good point. I mean, in Claudio's eyes, Kingston is the heel. Kingston is the bad guy. In Claudio's eyes. To us, we're like, woohoo, Eddie Kingston, woohoo. So it's subjective.
I will say I did enjoy while the Lucha Bros are trying to kill Mox and Danielson, Eddie Kingston and Cesaro just hate fucking each other with their eyes off to the side, ignoring everything else that's going on. So
and like sometimes like that's like the best things is like when you see stuff and it's like these two hate each other, and it's like sometimes like that's like the things I miss like about like this stuff. It's like there's like times where like these people hate each other, and it's like they may not, but they play it off so well that like I am so excited for this match specifically just for that reason, because I just want to see them tear each other apart because they just seem to like dislike each other very much.
Yep. The rest of mine, except for one, because I still have one from Raw, are pretty much going to be funny.
Okay.
I'm swallowing Don Callis calling Kenny Omega a cuck.
I knew you would.
Katie said I was going to. I could not disappoint her. There's not a lot about Don Callis I like. This I did.
I knew you would. He's going after Kenny's boyfriend.
I mean, Kenny shouldn't have messed with Don.
Well, that too.
We're gonna see the golden showers in action. It'll be fun.
Well, maybe we might just see only singular.
We'll get there eventually.
Well, eventually, yes.
Don's gonna find somebody else to hang out with, Takeshita and be his friend. Eventually, he's trying really hard. He's asking everybody, "Hey, you want to be a part of my?" It's a very lonely family. It's a father and son, and that's it. Don Callis is a single father of Takeshita at this point.
Single father, just some Takeshita
he's looking to
who just wants
adopt
to
another
murder
kid
people.
because this kid is just out here hurting people, and he needs a friend. That's all that's going on here.
Bro.
Stupid, but true.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna swallow Christian hitting on Nick Wayne's mom again.
Yes.
Christian's got beef with a lot of people. Well, yeah, everybody. But a lot of people with dead fathers. And the funniest thing about Twitter is people just bringing up just wrestlers in like WWE who have said in an interview, like Brian was talking about his father dying, and people were just like Christian showing up, like rising up from the mat.
Oh my god!
I'm like, all right, everyone needs to calm down.
Yeah, right. Like that's so bad. That's so bad. Why do
it's
people?
Fucked. But Christian just hitting on Nick Wayne's mom, telling her post more bikini pics, but he slid in the DMs. He's a menace to society in a turtleneck.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's perfect. That's a perfect description.
Last week, I dubbed Christian the DDWE, Dead Daddy's Worst Enemy. However, we have seen that everything that's old is becoming new again. Fashion from the late 90s, early 2000s is becoming hot again. And something that I remember from the early 2000s when I was a child that's very on brand with this podcast was a little website called The MILF Hunter. Katie, I'm going to need you to write down MILF Hunter as probably what the title is going to end up being, because I am now dubbing Christian Cage officially the MILF Hunter. He's going after everybody's mom, and I am all about it.
Shit. Mom, hide.
Yeah, no shit.
You're not a wrestler, do you know?
I mean,
I don't think it matters at this point.
it doesn't really
Honestly,
matter.
yeah, true.
really doesn't.
I don't think it does.
Apparently,
Just don't take your mom to an AEW show and you're safe,
bro. I mean, bro, my whole life, like, I don't want to call it all my childhood friends, but they've all been like in love with my mom, and they're like, "I love your mom," and I swear, like, your mom's this and that. I'm like, listen, guys, I'm like, shut up and go away.
Shut up.
I'm like, this is not how this works. They're like, well, one of them even tried to say they were gonna be my stepdad. I'm like, listen, bro, I'm gonna punch you. I'm
Oh,
like,
whoop
don't
his
even
ass.
start with me.
No, we wouldn't have been friends after that.
Yeah, I was a bad.
We might not be friends after this, Katie. I'm swallowing tiny hands, Googling scissoring, and then letting the acclaim know that they've been doing it wrong.
I thought it was funny. Why would we not be friends after that?
Because I'm calling him Tiny Hands again, and I know how you feel about that. Tiny Hands and Reynolds rap.
I mean, he does have. I mean, I never disagreed with the fact that he.
And you
had
know what's
tiny
fucked
hands.
up? Like, I look at him, and I thought he was a lot shorter than he is, but he's 5'7". Like, he's Daniel Bryan height. He's just proportioned odd for that height.
He's not that much taller than me.
Yeah.
I stood next to him, and he was not that much taller than me.
So, but yeah, no, him coming down and being like, you guys didn't reason. Like, I don't know how I feel about this whole like Dark Order heel turn thing, because I feel like John Silver is perpetually a babyface just from how enjoyable and funny he is. It's kind of hard to hate the guy. They haven't really
It's fair.
made us hate him, but he's like, you guys didn't read the contract. The contract says that, you know, blah, blah, blah. And also I Googled scissoring and you guys aren't even doing it right, which definitely got a pop on.
Them doing rock, paper, scissors, but all three of them pulling scissors.
Yep.
Stupid.
I just ordered the 3-pack from Ringside that they have, the Ring Pack 3-pack exclusive. I'm so excited. I'm like a 12-year-old, but that thing looks so cool. I didn't get the belts, but I got the 3-pack.
Can you make them 3-way scissor?
I don't know. I think they're interchangeable hands to give each of them, so you can. I low key think that you can.
We're
That
gonna
wouldn't
need to
surprise me at
know.
all.
I'll look at it when I get it eventually. I don't think it comes out till next year, but like,
Wouldn't surprise me.
they
Katie,
always
they're swallowing.
around Christmas, you know, they gotta start making that money in it.
Yeah, true.
I get you. I'm just gonna spit Chris Jericho and everything that he does, because like, why is he even still there?
Dude, it's so hard to watch Chris Jericho in 2023 for me.
I still can't believe this man's wrestling in 2023. I remember
This man should
watching,
not be wrestling in 2023.
You remember watching what?
huh?
You know? You said I remember watching.
Oh, I
remember
was
what?
watching just like because I gotta go back because I'm lame and I just watch a bunch of old pay-per-views, and I was watching one and it was from like 2001, and the fact that he's still wrestling is ridiculous. Like,
Oh, he was wrestling in '96.
no, I know he was.
WCW,
I
yeah,
just like it's just like, you know, I was born in '96, so like
Me too.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah, so I started like 2001, 2002 was kind of like when I
Your Twitter handle gave that away. I figured that out.
so.
I'm just
but
a little
yeah,
bit
no, I
older.
know.
A little bit older than you. Like
It's
9
okay.
years. Like 9 years.
He said 9 years. That's okay.
Not that long. I'm not that old.
You're doing good.
Go ahead.
What, I'm swallowing Gunther's celebration, which was interrupted by the Alpha Academy. Ciampa comes out and saves the Alpha Academy, and then we get Ciampa and the Alpha Academy saving Imperium. I love everything that is Chad Gable and what the Alpha Academy is doing, and this feud with Imperium has been entertaining as shit.
Mhm.
I've got other stuff on here, but I want to make sure that I highlight that because it is the one serious, like real serious thing I have left. So, yeah. Gunther's celebration being ruined, Alpha Academy, Ciampa finding some cool friends to hang out with because he needed them. Since apparently
We're
not
still trying to
Johnny
find Johnny Gargano. I saw him at the
He's
He's
Browns
still
game.
missing.
Can somebody let Ciampa know that Johnny's hanging out with Vic at the Browns game? They're watching Nick Chubb and Joe Burrow give Tino 4 fantasy points last week and do absolutely nothing and make me take the L. So go tell Ciampa to find Johnny.
Yep.
But I
trying.
think that I don't know. I think Gable's winning that title versus Gunther at some point. I don't know.
If he doesn't,
I feel it.
Paul Levesque's
I-
catching hands.
I feel like we could have Gable as the IC champion, and we could have Santos as the US champion by the Royal Rumble 2024.
Banger.
Shit, even Survivor Series, we might.
And then
I'm just hoping for some type of return at Survivor Series. If it's CM Punk, if it's Cena, somebody, just come back.
And then I need Gunther to move on to the next logical point in his career, which is Seth freaking Rollins. And I love Seth.
mean, LA Knight
Seth
wants
a
a
lot.
little piece of Seth Rollins too. I mean,
LA Knight
Knight's
wants a piece
everybody.
of everybody.
I mean, and too, if Santos wins, you could do Santos versus LA Knight, especially if Santos turns heel. You know, maybe they do something like that. I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
I'm just saying, if Gable does not win,
Katie's right.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley is catching hands.
Oh, she catching these hands. She's like a bet.
Because that's Triple H's real name, guys.
Oh, dude, we did a trivia show on Thursday night.
Thursday night.
And this dude who's like the encyclopedia of Wrestle Talk is his handle down there. They asked him what Triple H's real name was, and he said Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and then
With his
realized
full
that he
chest.
fucked up because he was all confident about it, and then realized no, it's Paul Levesque, and like kind of lost his shit and started flipping his chair in his room because he's supposed to be this thing, and he completely fucked it up.
And we all made fun of him the rest of the night.
Yeah, no, well, the Rack was there, and the Rack made fun of him.
I made fun of him.
How many you got left, Katie?
At this point, I don't even know. We've jumped all over the place. I kind of just like,
Oh, I can delete them as I go.
well, I don't. I write mine and I cross them out. We'll say I have 2.
Okay, we can do that. Spit or swallow.
I'm spitting Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin,
Okay.
which Braun almost killed a man, and
Does
Baron
anybody know
Corbin's
how
like,
Von is?
proud
Is
of
Von
you.
alive?
He's fine.
Okay. That's good.
Well, as fine as he can be.
I mean, probably. Yeah.
he's okay. But like Baron being like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you. Like, good job." No. Attempted murder.
We've
via
seen a lot
steel
of
steps.
murders on NXT. Have you guys noticed that?
NXT is a dangerous place.
It really is.
A lot of attempted murders, whereas
No,
in
actually.
Impact they actually murder people.
I mean,
So,
we've
like,
seen people come back from the dead too. We've seen Pretty Deadly come back. Did you guys remember that one thing where they were like they were walking in the backstage and they saw the family and they were like, "Wait a minute."
Yep.
It was great.
I forgot what the next or Raw, SmackDown, or whatever show it was that they were there.
I also
was
love
amazing.
that Adam Pearce called Pretty Deadly out. He's like, "Didn't you hurt your shoulder? Why are you in
They're
a wheelchair?"
Yeah, I was
I mean, it's a great point. Like, yes, boy, why the fuck are you in there?
I mean, sometimes my shoulder, I don't want to walk. You know.
Yeah,
That's-
no, I get it.
I mean, if somebody's wheeling me around, I'd be happy. Sure, you know, shit. I'd say right here, wheel me around all day.
I mean, I get
Not
it.
gonna knock it. I agree. Like, this is not what I was hoping to see from Baron Corbin coming back down to NXT. Also,
Yeah.
I'm just ready for Braun Breaker to move the fuck up and get
Yeah.
the fuck out of NXT.
I said after I said after SummerSlam, and I
Yep.
thought it would happen. But
We all thought Braun was going to be up there for months. by
maybe
now.
they're just waiting until the Rumble. I mean, who knows? Maybe I don't know. I don't even know. Because I don't know where you bring them in.
Royal Rumble would be a good spot. A lot of guys debut at Survivor Series. A lot of big
That's
names have
true.
debuted at Survivor Series.
I mean,
Survivor
if I'm
Series
seeing
coming
Braun
up, having
Breaker
a
live,
match.
what's up? I'm all about
Yep.
it. Let's do it.
All right, so I'm going to preface this. Miro's God is not the God of the Christians. It is Miro's God when I say this. So if you are religious and you hear this, please don't take offense. I'm swallowing Hobbs' No One's Safe promo and Miro's Fuck God promo because he's pissed off that God sent his hot, flexible wife to distract him from his goals, which, listen, Lana could distract me from every goal in my life, and I would not be complaining. I would do terrible, terrible things for that woman if she asked me to. It is what it is. Walmart feet or not, as Allison said. I don't give a fuck.
Which is
Step
just
up.
disrespectful.
But no, Hobbs' promo on Collision was absolutely fantastic. I'm really looking forward to this Clubber Lang version of Powerhouse Hobbs coming out and just fucking everybody up. And Miro's been great too. And them getting back to it eventually down the road, which Miro mentioned, all for it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Very excited.
And I need more Lana. I tuned into both shows this week. I didn't watch Rampage. I'm assuming was she on Rampage?
No.
Okay. And I didn't see fucking Lana. And I need her to get back with Hobbs so that we can relive Bobby Lashley, Lana, and that whole thing. Like, I need that. I need this. So please get her on TV.
Stop it.
You know, she can fuck Hobbs in a tank and throw it in Miro's face.
That'd be kind of cool.
She'd be like, remember what you did? Well, you remember what we did at that big event in SoFi? I think it was SoFi. Or no, not.
Me and
SoFi.
Hobbs did it, and it was better.
Whatever stadium that was.
No, you're right.
Jadis, how are you still up, bro? We got to get up for football in 12 hours, bro. Go to bed. we go live at noon for Chiefs Jaguars. Just go to bed.
Don't worry. Kay's got one more. I got one more, and then we're wrapping it up.
Oh,
Jadis,
no, I'm fine. I'm just messing with Jadis.
Oh no, I'm just saying, Jadis, don't worry. You're gonna get your sleep.
Shit, I'm up until this time anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie, spit or swallow. Oh, he said no. He's not going to bed.
I'm swallowing LA Knight. The match with Miz, fine, whatever. Then LA Knight being like, nah. I want gold. I don't care who the fuck has it. He called out everyone. Called out the big dog, Roman Reigns. Called out Seth freaking Rollins. Gunther. Rey Mysterio, who I completely forgot was champion for a second. Called them all out. He's like, I want it. I don't care who the fuck it is. I'm coming for it. And I am down for LA Knight as champion.
So you're telling me on the same show where Ray got challenged for his U.S. title later in the night, you had already forgotten he was champion when LA Knight called him out?
Well, no, because I missed that part of SmackDown.
Okay, yeah, you did.
Because I missed the first hour.
Yep.
Put some more respect on Rey Mysterio.
No.
I mean, he is the worst father in wrestling history. So there is that.
Yeah.
I mean, Dom's turned into something else. Maybe
prison.
should have lost that match at SummerSlam. That's all
Dom did not go to prison.
I
We're not
put it in
perpetuating
quotes.
that lie.
Bro, I mean,
looked down.
I don't know. I thought I was watching an episode of Beyond Scared Straight or 60 Days In, and I thought I saw Dom in there. So
The man was just in a white room in Titan Towers
imagine
filming something.
that would be so funny though. That would just be so great. They're like, well, listen, people, we got to have Dominic come in jail for a minute to like film something for a wrestling event.
I don't think they'd be able to find a safe enough place.
Obviously. Yeah, it was like in Vince's office on like the side or something like that.
Intentional or unintentional, because they did it twice on Collision. I'm spitting the production truck fuck ups where we cut to interviews backstage before the interviewers were ready, and we saw the camera people and everybody behind the scenes giving them the cue to start talking. We did it twice. However, I am very interested in Keith Lee versus Shane Taylor.
Yes.
So
true.
Is that what people were talking about? I still haven't watched Collision yet. So,
yeah,
I saw some with Keith Lee and they were like, ooh, that looks interesting. So is it Shane Taylor?
Yes.
Shane Taylor coming in. Lee Moriarty is now officially part of Shane Taylor Productions. Keith Lee was not shaking hands. They talked about their history and all that. Some challenges, vague challenges were made. Looks like that's where we're going. But also, prior to Keith Lee's interview, you saw like the production guy counting them down, saying take 22, then the pause before Lexi talked. And then later in the show, was it the FTR interview?
No, it was Starks and Big Bill.
Yeah. Starks and Big Bill being interviewed backstage. Same thing. Production guy counting him down and telling him to go before, and then pause before the interviewer started talking. Weird production snafu. And on the stage that AEW's in, that stuff, even if it was intentional, not okay.
Not needed.
Not needed.
Well, yeah. And that's like that's like the bad thing with stuff like that, because it's like then you kind of like knowing it's like we hear it. Like you can't, like these people think we're dumb. Like we hear everything. Like, all right, I'm sorry, at least one person will hear something, you know.
Jadis, you can't blame the man for being stuck. His back's broken. If he can't move, he can't move.
No, we
on him.
were playing 2K and there was a glitch. Randy Orton got stuck in the crowd, so I took the controller and I kept trying to get him out. I went through the whole entire arena. I would get him up there. He would go through like the barricade like a ghost, but he would be stuck. So for like 10 minutes, I was going around the arena trying to get him so I didn't have to restart the match. And yeah, so.
Did you have to restart the match?
Huh?
Did you have to restart the match?
Yeah, I had to eventually. I was like, I tried everything I could. I was like, I don't know what else to do. It was an 8-person elimination match, so eventually it would have been 1-on-1, and Randy would have been sitting there like a ghost. Stuff.
Fucking glitches, man.
Gotta love it, bro. Oh, annoying.
Tito, I ask everyone at the end of the show one question, and it's not a spit or swallow. What was your favorite show you watched this week?
It's like not like wrestling or like
no wrestling.
Not wrestling.
Oh,
week of wrestling.
Okay,
show.
I just want to make sure because I would have said something else, so I just want to make sure. Like my favorite show is obviously, I'm sure probably everybody's favorite this week was probably Friday Night SmackDown. And just the way it started, the way it ended, it just like I said, after the Rock segment, it was 25 minutes in. I'm like, guys, we're already almost halfway done. And like I was talking about with the Raw, those 3-hour Raws start killing me. So SmackDown just flew by, and I don't know. There's just been something about like Dynamite and NXT. Sometimes it just doesn't hit, but Friday nights, I don't know, maybe it's just because it's Friday night, but yeah. So I'm gonna go with Friday Night SmackDown.
Katie,
I mean, Dwayne did show up. And Cena interacted with him.
she's like
and Pat McAfee was there. So I'll go SmackDown.
And LA Knight, was there.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's right. That's right. You know, I mean, we had a lot.
Bailey
Asuka. A lot going on.
Bailey Asuka.
Like that's how all the shows should be. Like, what happened to that being like? I remember as like a kid, like obviously, like those that were so long ago, but like those, like that's how like all the shows felt. Now they're just we don't get that as often. We should.
We don't. So I agree with both of you, which means, as per the Smackin It Raw podcast, with assistance from the She Elite Showcase and Tino's Time, best show of the week this week, Friday Night SmackDown.
Yep.
Tino, thank you for joining us. It was a blast. Please
Always.
tell everyone who's listening or watching back where they can find you, your podcast, your streams, what you got going on.
Oh, well, I try to make it as short as possible because I got a lot going on and a lot. So if you ever want to know where I'm at, just go over to Tino's Time on YouTube. I'm always live. I'm live 7 days a week. Like I said, I was talking about earlier, I'll be doing football games tomorrow. We're starting up football now. Week 2 is tomorrow. So I'm live for all the weekly shows, preview shows, gaming, everything. But Tino's Time on YouTube, Tino's Gaming 2023 on Twitch. If you're over on Twitch, we got the Southside Boys 23 on Twitter. If you're a baseball fan, the Sox suck, but that doesn't mean you gotta like the White Sox to like us. So come and hang out. But yeah, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. Always a good time to come and collab with a bunch of you guys. I always like to see people face to face instead of talking in these groups and stuff. It's like, you know, actually get a picture to the face and stuff. So yeah.
It's been a long time coming. I'm glad we got to do this. And we'll,
thank you guys.
We'll
I appreciate it. And like I said, anytime I have time, I always like to have time, and I try to make as much time as I can for everybody. So yeah, but anytime we can figure out something, let me know. Always down. So yeah, thank you guys again. I appreciate it. Had fun.
Hell yeah.
No problem.
Katie, plug yourself.
You can follow me on Twitter at KatieResin13, the link tree I'm about to take out, things She Elite Showcase, twitch.tv/She Elite Showcase, and youtube.com/She Elite Showcase, typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We just hit 2 years. That's up. The celebration. Patreon.com/She Elite Showcase if you want to support us that way. Non-wrestling content. The September podcast is out, and it's all about Law and Order Special Victims Unit. So if you like that, you can go check that out. And you can help me, because I pay for everything. You can help me out with all of the shit that I do. So, thanks.
Yeah. She's speed run.
Katie doing a speed run for plugs. She always does.
Sometimes you gotta be like that, Jadis, you know.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And as always, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Matt Ritter. That's at MATTRIDDER, or at Getting Off. Matt Ritter's for your wrestling content. Getting Off is for your horror content. You can also follow me on Threads, Instagram, and TikTok at Smackin It Raw. For Miss Katie Kinzy Bay, and Tino from the Tino Time Podcast. I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Mad Ritter, and this has been your #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub. Where the fuck is that out? There it is. Vince has just got so much shit in here. Like,
Yeah. I've looked at it like once or twice.
yeah.
It's not my show, so I usually don't.
Jada said he was the MVP of this chat.
Oh, Jay, just go away.
We do hang out for a little bit of a post show. Tino, you're welcome to hang if you want to bounce, get some sleep before you got to get up and do your thing tomorrow.
Oh, you gotta love
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah, I gotta let my dog out. She's been looking at me for like 10 minutes, looking like, I'll go outside. Let me outside, Dad. I gotta go, please. I can't hold it no more. So
I'm assuming that's Nala.
Yeah, Nala. Yeah, that's my dog. Now sometimes I bring her on the show. She wants to come up and watch on the shows, you know. So even the dog's part of the show. So
I didn't know if Nala was your girlfriend. He was saying to buy some things from Adam and Eve, or if he was talking about dog.com.
No, my dog.
Okay.
No, that was he's talking about my dog. I don't got no girlfriend.
I mean, you could get collars and leashes from either. So
I mean,
whatever you're into.
Well, I'll make sure. Well, yeah, no, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And I will definitely talk to you guys more in the chat, and let's do this again sometimes.
Hell yeah, man.
Sure.
As soon as the regular version of the show without the pre and post shows are up, which should be sometime tomorrow, I'll tag you in the post when that drops.
Yeah, let me know, and I got you. I'll share it all before I go live for the games, and then I'll annoy people all day to come and watch it. So, well, yeah, thank you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
All right,
Thanks,
I'll talk to you. No, this is not exclusive footage. This is Smacking It After Dark. This is the post show where all the ridiculous shit we didn't say on and stories that we didn't say until Katie and I get tired and say fuck it. Which, by the way, I should have plugged Vince because he's like, he might come back, he might not come back. He did not come back. He did not make it back.
He stayed for about 2 minutes and said, "Got a blast."
We waited for him. We started the show and then just
Jimmy Neutron said, "Gotta go."
But I had to keep the show 2 hours. So the only things I had on my notes that I didn't add was Thea ditching Chase U, wanting a new look next week, and beating up some recruits. And Lyra wrecking Dana Brooke, which weren't like.
Yeah, I had that. I had Lyra too. And then Gigi beating the shit out of Blair Davenport backstage.
I hate to do this to you, but you're gonna have to talk to Jadis for a little bit. I'll still hear you, but I'll be right back. You know what time it is.
Okay. I know.
It's post-show piss time.
Yeah, I know. It's what you always do. It's me. It's my show now, Matt. You have no say in this. I've been wondering why is it Smackin' It Raw? Is it because the booty? That's just what Matt wanted to name the show. He wanted a podcast. And he wanted it on Pornhub. And that's what we got. This is why we're here. It makes him stand out. Sorry, Katie. It's okay. It's not your fault. Matt has to pee. It happens. It's fine. I know he can hear me too, which is also just funny. I don't know what to talk about. Okay. This is fun. Oh, look, see, he's back.
You weren't alone for long. Katie was close. So essentially, obviously,
the short version.
Smackin' It Raw, SmackDown, and Raw, Smackin' It Raw, because when we started the show, NXT wasn't a thing. AEW didn't exist. We were covering SmackDown and Raw, but also, obviously, Smackin' It Raw referring to sex, which is kind of, euphemisms are a big thing for me and Travis. Jokes like that and little innuendos and shit like that. So when I started this, because it's under the banner of Creation World, my buddy Travis, who I've known since 3rd grade, owns and runs Creation World. We talked about it. He said, you can do a podcast with Creation World. The only request that I have is that you have another co-host besides me who can do the show with you every week, so I don't have to do it with you every week. And we call it Smackin' It Raw because that's just our humor. So, but it would be the Weekend Wrestling and my dick, both things getting smacked raw every week. To be clear.
So what is our title this week?
I think we're gonna go with MILF Hunter. What were the other 2 options?
Friedman Math or Peppered Farm Remembers?
So Pepperidge Farm remembers. Oh, let's Vince came back. Vince came back right after the show.
Yeah, sorry. I clicked on the stream. Long story. Anyway, I saw that Katie was by herself. I'm like, oh my god, is this like a repeat of what happened on SmackDown? Let me.
No, Matt had to pee. I would never do that to Katie. And
plus, I would end this one. This wasn't my show.
Vince, now that you're here, even though you missed the whole show,
yes.
The 3 options for titles, and I already know which one you're going to pick, and it's probably the one I was just told Katie was going to be the title. Friedman Math.
No.
Pepperidge Farm Remembers.
I like that one.
And MILF Hunter. There's your answer.
I'm so proud of that one too.
Which one? MILF Hunter?
Pepperidge Farm Remembers was really good. It was.
Thank you. I was so proud of that.
Vince joined when Tino left. Did Tino really just leave just now?
No. The show ended. I told Tino, I'm like, hey, we're going to do a post show. If you want to hang around, you can. He said he had to go let his dog out. She's been at the door, this and that, so he had to bounce.
Okay.
We finished the stream. We got the whole show done.
How long have you guys finished the show?
Roughly about 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. So
time's not real. I don't know.
Give or take 1 a.m. Central Superior time, right?
It was a little over 1 a.m. It was like 1:05, so maybe like 12 minutes, 10 minutes.
Not factual.
Okay. All right. I don't know if you guys already talked about thumbnail, but going into it, I was either Nia Jax attacking Rhea, Rock and Cena face to face, or Jade Cargill's last match on Rampage. One of the two.
I just sent you something that we could use for the thumbnail.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll send it to you too, Katie.
I'm invested now.
Whatever happened to the group chat we had on Twitter or X or whatever?
I got sick of being in 40 fucking group chats and left. We are all in different, like, we all exist in 3 group chats together. There's no real reason for me to be in a group chat with Vince, Will, and Allison, and then Vince, Will, and Katie, and then Vince and Katie, and then Vince and Katie, and TC and Reek, and Jaylan and Mike, and then Reek and Katie, and Will, and Just, and that it's too many fucking group chats. And
That's
it's across
his mind.
like 4 social. We're also in a group chat on fucking Facebook. And then there was a Instagram group chat that I got added to. I don't need
that
many
was
group
just
chats.
to get invited to Nat's birthday party.
You guys all have my fucking personal phone number. You can text me directly if you ever need me for anything.
No, well, I just meant it in terms of the fact that there's times where we need to make decisions in terms of Smackin' It Raw, and it would be convenient for the 3 of us to only privately talk about that instead.
When I convinced Katie to, set her pride aside and officially become a member and join the Slack, we can have a Slack group for Smackin' It Raw. We already have one, and we can talk there.
Wait, so she's joining Creation World?
She's not.
No. I have my own shit to deal with. Also, that's a beautiful picture of Jade. Yes.
Wait, what?
The picture I sent you, the one that I texted you. Did you not get it? Did it not go through?
I don't have my phone on me.
Oh well.
Sorry,
I mean, it's not really. I mean, it's Jade.
I can see that.
It's Jade.
In a very cold pool, from what I can see, in that white top.
I see what you mean.
And then the title MILF Hunter, it works for me. But Rhea and Nia is a good one. We did drop the My Whole thing, and that was a little bit of a discussion.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
I mean, going into it without even like
We're
talking
here.
about what was on the show, I was already thinking on regardless of the title, I thought Rock and John face to face would have been a perfect title thumbnail, because it's like, when do you get to see The Rock back on WWE?
True.
Only on TC's birthday and Mexican Independence Day. It has to be a double-edged sword for The Rock to show up.
And you weren't here to plug either of those things. You missed your opportunity.
Unfortunately, in an ironic turn of events, the Mexican Independence.
Oh, okay.
The Mexican Independence Day flagging down the streets and stuff prevented me from being on the show.
Mexican Independence Day prevented you from making your obligations to support Mexican Independence Day live on stream.
Ironic how things work out like that.
Crazy how this works.
Long story short, we had a bit of a medical emergency here. I had to make a Walgreens run, a Walmart run, whatever the fuck was open. Nothing was open. Things were blocked off. Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't even gonna hop on until I saw Katie by herself. I'm like, hold up, let me tag in, let me help out Katie. Let me, because I thought the worst. I'm like, Tino probably had bad internet, or he had to leave.
No, Tino was cool.
Maybe Matt had issues and he had to leave, and then Katie's like, I got to keep the show going.
99.9% of the time, no, 100% of the time, if I'm not here, I'm in the bathroom taking a piss.
Yes, that was the case.
I didn't want everyone staring at my. I already had Jadis trying to get me to do the Daniel Garcia dance for free, which that shit ain't for free. You got to pay for that. I told him that already.
What you could have done is, we should do like a BRB like loop thing.
I was literally just bitching about all the videos in here because I was having a hard time finding the outro. I'm trying to close the show out, and I'm like, where the fuck? There it is. And then I clicked it because there's the Return to Wrestling stuff.
Bring your ass out here and spit in my face, bitch.
Those
go touch grass.
He wanted a fight. I gave him a fight.
I haven't seen that.
So, Vince, here's what I'll tell you. What you did with the Mortal Kombat sound effects on Get Show, I really did enjoy. It was very fun, and I'm glad that your plan for like a soundboard and everything came to fruition on Get Show for you, because it was a very fun show, and I enjoyed it. I felt like you guys had a lot of fun on that show. So I'm glad that I know you've wanted to make these sound effects and these videos and things part of the show, and you getting it to work perfectly on Get Show and make that dream come true. I was very happy for you, and I was happy to listen to that. It was a great show. Also, my Hulk Hogan fatality is still the best fatality, period. So,
we talked about it. Maxie got excited about the fatality. She was a fan of it too. I thought that was like the funniest one. I thought that was the funniest one, and it didn't come from a single member of the Get Show podcast that was on the actual podcast.
Just because I know he's going to watch this back and watch the post show anyway. He goes, yo, Stone Cold fatality was real good, man. I said, thanks. He goes, Hulk Hogan one, I was dead. Creative control fatality. Then he said it made him and Benji go into the similar humor, and I always bring it when it comes to the sweaty sessions, even if I'm not on the show.
It's true.
I will say you're very good at sweaty sessions. It's almost scary how instinctively, naturally you are good at them.
I love an outlet to be creative. And it lets me be creative in a different way, and it's fun. And I think one of my favorite Get Show moments is Justin having me go first and then telling Katie she was next. And she's like, fuck, I have to go after him?
That's why whenever before I was officially on Getcho and Matt and I were on Getcho, I made sure he was last because I'm like, no, just on the off chance that he smokes all of us, let us go first.
I don't remember what episode
I don't
that
think
was,
it's
though.
an off chance at this point.
Do you remember what episode that was?
Which one? The one that you and him were
That I had to go after Matt?
Well, I think he's like, we'll have Matt go and then Katie go. And you're like, I don't want to go after him. And I'm like, Katie, you can go first.
I can
But then I
find
probably was
it.
like, I don't want to go first.
I can try to find it.
Maybe it was the poems?
I did. I think I did poems.
We
I've been on
had
a few
one where you
killed
were
it.
on it, Katie, and you had nothing for the sweaty session.
That's because I had no knowledge of anything that was going to be happening.
Yeah, sometimes Justin will just message you and be like, hey, you want to be on Get Show? And you're like, yeah. And then he's like, all right, we're starting the show here. And then you sit waiting for a fucking text message for half an hour. And then he brings you in and you just sit in the lobby for another half an hour. And then he brings you on. He's like, hey, you're here for the sweaty session. By the way, this is what it is. And it's like, I had no
that
time
has happened to me at
prepare.
least twice.
To be fair, with the one we did last week, not this week, with the whole motivational hotline one, we legitimately just improvised everything. It was all improv. And all we agreed on is like, okay, someone has to be a wrestler, the other one has to be the caller, and then I would play like the little like dial tone. Which, by the way, that I think is one of the best sweaty sessions we've done. So if you haven't listened to that one, listen to that one.
Go check out the Get Show podcast. They're fantastic. And listen, as much as I loved the original Get Show podcast, even though Jay hates me for no reason, and as much as I loved the stuff that Justin was doing with Garn, which was like a whole different version of the same show, because Garn has all of that knowledge and he's cracking jokes, but he's not there for the jokes. He's there for the actual like information he brings to the show. Mm-hmm. I think the Filipino Mexican connection that we have going on right now in Get Show between you, Benji, and Justin might be the best version of Get Show.
I wouldn't say the best version.
I don't know. You guys all mesh so well when you guys are together. And with Benji being Benji and pretending like he watched shows and rambling for 20 minutes, even though he didn't watch shit, and just like randomly saying things he saw on Twitter before he came on the show, but making it all work. You calling him out on it.
He legit was like, I think I'm just gonna look up to see what the results were for the shows, and then like he forgot all about it, and I was trying to get the sound effects on my laptop, and Justin's like, "Hey, Benji, you probably use this time to look up those results," which he did it. He still did it. He still
shocker.
No, you guys mesh really well. Probably, maybe not as well as like, because they all grew up together, Jay and Daryl and
the original.
Charlie. But I mean, you guys are all now at this point seasoned podcasters, whereas they were really funny, but they were also starting out and just figuring shit out. You guys have all been doing this together for a while. You guys mesh real well.
I will say that I feel like it's just a Getcho thing. Because when we went to Natty's birthday party, like me and Garn were just over here like we were on the podcast, and then Charlie walked in, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's like looking in an Asian mirror!" And then everyone started busting out laughing. And then we were making jokes about Benji looking like a Power Ranger, and then like Jay's there too. So like I don't know, like the chemistry was already there, and I've never podcasted with Jay. Period.
Neither have I. Despite trying repeatedly.
He is a real person, though. I've met him twice.
I know he's a real person. He's a real fucking hater, but he's a real person.
So are you still going to pop in on Bodge Boss and Share Shots tomorrow?
I'm telling you right now, Jay's not going to be on there. Jay's not going to be on there.
We don't know.
I'm pretty sure he's not going to be on there.
We don't know who's going to be on there.
Okay.
I was told if Jay shows up, send me the link, and I will be there, and I will confront that man and be like, all these fucking years, why have you been avoiding me? Well, am I Roman Reigns to your Rock, motherfucker? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna go check
think
in
we all
on
are.
my significant other, on Melissa. I'm gonna check in on her, make sure she's okay. I'll work on the thumbnail. I don't work tomorrow, so I'll work
MILF
on
Hunter. That's the one you laughed at. I think that's what we're going
it.
with.
MILF Hunter. I like it.
Christian's
of-
the MILF Hunter.
In case you were wondering, that's who it is.
I'm just gonna go rewatch the live stream, like as I go to sleep. You guys are gonna be my ASMR as I try to go to sleep. That's the
Daniel
plan.
Garcia. Steve, I didn't even realize you were still here, man. What's up? Yeah, Daniel Garcia has turned into Fandango, and that is why I am very torn on Daniel Garcia, because that is not where I saw his character arc going at all.
I love Fandango. I still Fandango. He's a fashion police. He's the one half of Breezango. What are you doing, Maxie?
You know what, Steve?
Sounds like she's beating her meat, and she doesn't have meat to beat.
Where were you? See, Meat to Beat would have also been a great option for a title if this was on the stream.
It's technically on
Episode 310, Meat to Beat.
the stream. No meat to beat.
Doesn't count.
Some of the
Steve,
best
what-
names come after the post on the post show.
I talked about it. Steve was on Apron Bump. He had a really good episode with Kyle. I know Katie has interviewed Steve for Inside the
Love
Mind Up.
Steve. Love Steve.
Steve, we'll have
Steve's good
to
people.
we'll have to see if we can get you up a little early or maybe run a little late and bring you over for some Smackin' It Raw fun. I think that'd be a good time.
We could always do a Saturday earlier in the day for us, but it'd be Smackin' the Raw time for him.
That is an option. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I will say that next week will be I'll be there for the episode, but then after that is when I'm taking my hiatus. I'm going to go
We
on
were
a
wondering.
sabbatical. Yeah,
Katie
because
specifically asked me that Monday.
Because I was like, you said he was going on a sabbatical, but like he's still here. I'm confused.
don't
I was
kick
just
me
like-
out. Don't kick me out.
I was just wondering. I was just confused. Matt said he were going to be gone, and I was like, but he's still here.
She's just waiting for you to leave. She's just going to start calling herself the Pornhub Poppy as soon as you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm the Pornhub mommy.
There you go. He did try to make that thing, and you're like, no, fuck that. I don't want to be the mommy. I want to be the Poppy.
Yeah,
no, but
that was an
I
option.
mean, I'll be it now. Whatever.
Are you the Pornhub mommy or Pornhub mama?
Both.
Yeah, like you're Chris and Rhea at the same time.
I fucking wish.
All right, Vince, you can bounce. Shoot me a text. I got questions. So
about
the thing that you don't want to talk about while we're live.
well, I can't give you details even then. I don't want to give details. I won't go into details.
I'm gonna ask a question, and you can either say I can't answer that, or you can just confirm or deny my suspicions. So,
I feel like
Okay.
that's simple enough.
yeah.
All right, we'll see. All right, night, guys.
Talk to you later.
Adios.